All right, what's going on, everybody? I ended up having some time this afternoon, so I figured I'd check in. Jovi, what's going on, man? Ektia, what's up? Hey, you're finally not streaming that absurd nonsense on Yeah, for once. Don't get used to it. What's going on, Elric? How are you, man? I can't complain at all. Can't complain at all. Let me make sure. My camera's not up. One moment, please. Boop, boop, boop. Yo, there I am. How's everybody doing? I only got a couple of hours this afternoon, but it should be long enough for us to go ahead and get through Rogue Trader. I'm actually pretty excited. As you all know, I've enjoyed this game thoroughly, and there's still a couple of videos I plan to release for it outside of our Heretic run, but I'm definitely getting tired of it. So I'm looking forward to moving on to something different. I don't think we're going to move straight into Tyranny after this, though. I figure with Dragon's Dogma 2 coming right around the corner, I'll probably be playing that for a little bit, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to jump right into something else. So we might play a little Dragon's Dogma 1 or some other game for a little bit in between finishing this and Dragon Dogmas 2 coming out. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Francis, what's going on? Oh, thank you. Oh, you all like the outfit? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I headed out this morning for I had breakfast with the family. My brother's actually in town. So I had breakfast with the family, and I'm streaming in the afternoon today because I'm probably going to be spending some time with him tonight. So I want to try to get a little time with you all, but I knew my usual schedule wouldn't be able to cut it. I found a funny glitch with the Beastren beards. If you pick a bigger one on them after you complete the creation and you see which one you selected, the bottom of the beards is pushed back to the neck. Wow. I've actually decided I'm going to redo. You know what? Maybe that's probably the next thing that we'll do. I'm going to redo my characters that I did for Dragon's Dogma. Balls Page, what's going on, man? I missed that live stream by literally 5 minutes. I fell asleep before your announcement. It's all good. It's all good, man. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, I literally just got a haircut because my family came when I came to breakfast with them. They made fun of me. They made fun of my beard, and I knew I was looking a little rough. So they pointed it out. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and make sure I get that taken care of as soon as I get through with them. But yeah, my hope, I definitely felt like we're going to finish Rogue Trader today. And then after we finish Rogue Trader, the next stream, we're probably going to circle back to Dragon's Dogma 2 character creation. Because I actually decided I'm going to do things differently. I don't know who my Arisen is going to be. I'm probably going to go change in that. I might try to go the Afro Samurai route. But I've decided I want my pawn to be myself. Because I actually saw Wolfheart's video going through Dragon's Dogma 2, and he showed a little bit of the character creation. He was going through putting himself together as a pawn to allow his community to be able to literally use him and travel around with him. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. So I was like, you know what? I should go ahead and put in some effort and make a pawn that looks just like me, call him Slandered. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to see if I can spin that up. We'll see. We'll see. Look great, man. Hating family. What can you do with family? You know, they gonna talk about you however they want to. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. I am the security that I can fall asleep gives me massive peace of mind. That is fantastic, Bossface. That's fantastic. I know the last few times you got on stream, you weren't feeling all that well. You hadn't been able to get much rest, so I'm glad it seems like some of that has turned a corner. That is really, really awesome to hear. What's going on, Devilman? How are you, man? The Beastren, in my opinion, is by far the best looking beast playable race in gaming. Really? I don't know. I didn't feel like they looked better than Dragonborn in Baldur's Gate 3, but I'll check them out again when I go back to character creation next time. Erica, what's going on? How are you? This way you just grow it more wild, never shave it. You know, I've always thought about doing the Rick Ross thing. You know, having the Rick Ross beard. You know, half the time people tell me I look like Rick Ross anyway, but my wife, she is very much so less hair the better type of lady, so I do it for her. I keep it a little more clean shaven for her. You know, happy wife, happy life, all that good stuff. I wonder if pawn use will be crossplay. I gotta assume it will be, because to me that was what would make the most sense, but maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me pull up. This should still be pointing at Rogue Trader, right? It is. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And let me pull the chat back up. And all right, I think I should be able to, yep, there we go. Epitaph, that is the last place. And we actually got about, I think we should be almost halfway through this area. So shouldn't take that long until we get into the boss fight. I am a wee bit concerned about the boss fight. I remember it had a couple of tricks to it. And if I remember correctly, they did a patch that increased the difficulty of it as well. So we'll see how difficult or not difficult it is. And I kind of remember this fight being a little brutal, but I'm not going to bother level up. I'm going to go ahead and just get into it. We'll do the level ups before the very final boss fight. The chat thing. The Carlton fit. You know what? I'll take that. It's okay. It's okay. I'll take that. True face hair should be minimum. Otherwise, pooch is prickly. Yeah, that's kind of the way she feels. My daughter actually doesn't like it when I have a long beard either, because I rub it against her face and then she feels all the hair. She can't stand it. Are you going to use Winter Scale considering he's one of the 3 heretics you have in your party? No, but I do have Oram the Cruel. My understanding is Winter Scale does not really provide any, what do you call it, reactivity in this final area. Reality bubbles before you and bursts with an agonizing shriek. A few silhouettes now stand in your way. 3 of them seem to have your face, and yet the differences are striking. Each has been marked by other accomplishments and different experiences, making you feel like the protagonist of a tale about a pair of twins separated at birth. Emperor, bestow strength upon me to smite yet another obstacle as I carry out your will. If you are sentient creatures and not mere etalons, I suggest you back down without a fight. I did not come here to claim your lives. Is there some ironic lesson in what is going on? Should I be looking in the mirror a little less? Or perhaps try to look at myself from the outside? Or is this a hint that I am my own worst enemy? I shall ponder this in my memoir. Look at where your doppelgangers come from. The blatant abuse of the fabric of existence is causing the motes of reality to flare up. You see the mirages of the Coronis expanse in their glow, altered past recognition by the decisions you have made, or could have made in some other world. Who are you? Your replica smiles in understanding. I am Commander Highlander von Valancius the Magnificent, and if I know myself, which I most certainly do, you are not pondering what that makes you. The answer is simple. You are my reflection from a less glorious reality, a product of the malign influence of the treasure that I seek. Some refer to me as the Warden of the Expanse, but I prefer being addressed simply as Commander Highlander. Nice to meet you. Me from a different version of existence. The doppelganger makes the sign of Aquila and utters, I am a blazing paragon of humanity, unbroken by tribulations, the first to venture into the darkness without fear, and the one who unites and brings back that which was forfeited. I am a rogue traitor of the God Emperor. So, you are me. Truth stems from the Emperor. You are lacking it, which means you are not the true Von Valancius, but a flawed replica born out of a flawed reality. Gunchu, what's going on? Yeah, you're always right on time. It's all good. What's going on, 3? How are you, man? I mean, you're lying. The crew doesn't have much reactivity either. I really like his build, though. He can, like, summon out little demons, and he's an officer, which is always useful to have. So I like him a little bit more than Winter Scale. Game Pass recently added Control Complete Edition. What does that mean? Out of the past, which one do you enjoy the most, Lander? So out of the past that I experienced, and this is without having actually completed Iconoclast, I think Heretic has the highest highs. right? Like Act 4 and for Heretic was absolutely fantastic. And I'm actually really, really looking forward to the ending here because I know Heresy is going to allow me to do some different things. But I think Dogmatic is more consistent across the board, where you're just always kind of on this high. Whereas Heretic, some of the reactivity in the game to your Heretic path doesn't really hold up. I think your party members should leave you way before they do. I think they should be angrier about some of the things that you do, stuff like that. And so I don't think it holds up as well. Whereas from a Dogmatic standpoint, the reactions of your party members make a lot more sense. Honestly, from what I've experienced so far, Iconoclast is not all that much different from Dogmatic. And I'm a little disappointed from that standpoint because I feel like they should have leaned in more into a good person in an evil, cruel world. And I don't feel like the game really did that. Maybe it'll impress me more when I get to like Act 3 and further. But right now, in the middle of Act 2, I don't feel that way. What's your favorite archetype? Officer. Hey man, I haven't much time for YouTube lately, so maybe I missed an update. But how things been going with your help update a few months ago? I really hope things are going well. Things are going well, actually, Andrew. I got some updates from the doctor, and they feel like my heart is doing significantly better. And you know what? This is a good call out. You're right. I'll put a video up next week. Or rather, next week, because tomorrow's Sunday. I'll put a video up next week and give you all an update on what's going on with me. Unfortunately, I'm still not losing weight at the rate that I want to, and so I have to figure out what changes I need to make to lose more weight. But as far as how my heart's doing and my internal levels, all of that stuff is significantly better than last year. So definitely happy about that. You should be a really big thief at DD2 Slander or Badger. You're this 6'5" max weight dude. Like 5'1". That's a good call out. I'll look at it. Thinking about making it. And you know what? Usually I prefer to play rogues first when I play RPGs. So that's actually a good call out. One of the biggest pet peeves I have in gaming is to come across a chest or a door that I'm not capable of opening. I hate being without lockpicking when it locks off certain areas of gear from you. I can't stand it. So I always either play as someone capable of lockpicking or I recruit that person ASAP and I never let them go. Thinking about Wayfarer and Dragon Dog's Pool model map to spawn. Ooh! And his uses of necroplasm and weapons. Sounds like a good idea to me. That's awesome. Is the reflection reacting to be heretical? Yeah, I think that's why it's saying that you don't have the Emperor, that the Emperor's not with you. Then he was a warrior. He was an amazing tank. That's awesome. Like the game Control. Oh, but instead of the base edition, it's the one with all the DLCs. Oh, see, I never played Control, but I heard about it. Is it good? Going great. The Spectre. He thought it was a smart idea to start a war of both PCs. That's awesome. Sounds like you're having a good time, 3. Yeah, Kunshu, actually, less processed food is definitely something that I'm focusing on. So actually, I gave up meat for Lent just to see, because I think even though you can absolutely eat meat and have a healthy lifestyle, I think my consumption of meat is connected with a lot of other unhealthy things. So I wanted to see what my lifestyle would be like if I completely cut meat out of my diet. But the problem is that I'm still not big on cooking. And so a lot of it becomes like eating vegetarian frozen dinners. And I know you have to watch your sodium intake with those type of dishes. So I'm trying to figure out, is there a way for me to maintain a more vegetarian lifestyle while at the same time not taking in a bunch of sodium that's going to, cause more problems with my heart. Okay. Address the arrogant copy. You seem to think you are better than the rest of us, don't you? And yet, I was the only one clever enough to become the mistress of my own fate and not be reduced to someone else's plaything or a slave to dogma. Oh, cool. Are they all females? Oh, that's even better. That's awesome. Streaming right now, babe. What's up? No problem. It's all good. Oh, yeah. I just got back. So I'll be heading out soon, but I want to stream for a couple hours before I head back out. I'll be heading back out around 6. Okay. What? You'll be all right. You'll be all right. I'll see you when you get home. Hey. Love you. Bye. We dropped my daughter off at a sleepover today, and my wife is going through it. She's like, I gave away my baby, and I'm like, she'll be fine. Stop it. Why do you seek to enter the crypt? I came to claim the treasure. Whatever it is, Theodore found it, which makes it mine. Xavier will regret trying to steal from my dynasty. The doppelganger smirks. Xavier, your doppelganger's slightly accelerated speech, jerky movements, and the sweet twinkle in her eyes suggest that her blood is teeming with euphoric stimulants. And I became very principled and vengeful where my treasure hoard is concerned. I wonder how you acquired such an ego. The lack of pointless advice, I assume. On the day Conrad killed Theodora, all of our officers died with her, including Mort, Abelard, Idira, Revor, Victus. When I came into my inheritance, there was no one to teach me how to be a rogue trader. I handled everything myself and found out who Theodora von Valancius really was. A narcissistic, unscrupulous, self-serving bitch who lied to everyone. I admit I regretted not getting to know her better. I embraced her principles and realized that literally everyone in the Gross Expanse was out to take advantage of me. The Drusians, the Pirates, the Abdectus Mechanicus, and the Casbalica, Calcazar, Yrilet, and so the puppet pulled at the strings and made its masters dance. I dare say things turned out well for me. I have to admit, this version of you is not without a certain charm. The kind where I don't quite know if I want to throw myself at you or empty a full clip right into your face. My sweet smuggler. You are also in my world, you know. I gave you a little planet with a pretty palace and a tiny garden after you took offense at a couple of innocent jokes about your humble origins. Throw myself at you or empty a full clip into your face? It's a tough one. Tisiphone, my sworn friend and the most overbearing shrew in all the expanse. Of course you're here as well. The copy nods meaningfully at Cassia. Nice to see you in the thick of things as usual. This is a super cool conversation. I don't remember it being this cool as a dogmatic. Any other worlds we need here? That's why I play a Cypher in Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. Starts with mechanics and stealth. Yep. Picked all the locks and doors, stole all the things. Yep. Absolutely. Especially because Duran starts with, you get Duran's later, and his mechanic skill takes a while to get up there. Start having mechanics on yourself is a great move. Meat isn't too bad, but too much of red meat definitely is. And I love the red meat. I love red meat, actually. Start a new run of Skyrim. Oh, wow, going thief again. Skyrim, I always took my characters all the way up to 80 and just got everything. Was too mushy for me. I prefer comedy. Sorry, Axia. I'm a little mushy when it comes to my wife sometimes. Lennon, what's going on, man? How are you? Flying in the stream at a time where I'm awake? Yeah, every so often I'll be able to pull one off. Funny sometimes. Might go assassin another run to feed my murderous tendencies you all know me so well for. I can't wait until we're in the tabletop game together, 3, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. This segment of Act 5 was so cool. Yeah, I think this whole section is really, really nice. The mention of the former novator of the house makes Cassia flinch. What? I think you... Oh, yeah, she said to Tisiphone, not Cassia. Oh, wow. I think you mistake me for someone else. Indeed, in this ranch reality, you are some kind of pathetic parody of yourself. Have you achieved much without loyal allies? Indeed, I have. I am the most influential figure in the entire expanse. Caligos was slain by the Xenos, and his successor, Evane, became my puppet. Incendia chases pirates, not realizing it is me who is raiding her colonies. I was able to make a pact with the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest against Calcazar, forcing him to flee. I undertook a dozen expeditions into the unknown, moved the dynasty capital Footfall, named Vladan my governor, and made Hieronymus a cardinal. Not too bad for a novice, wouldn't you say? So you tricked everyone in the end? Nicely done. If you do not sing your own praises, who will? Never has that been more true. Address the peaceful copy. You seem to be the only one who isn't trying to pick a fight. I do not enjoy pointless violence. Power and authority can always be used for a more worthy purpose. Well, almost always. Unfortunately, sometimes violence does have a point, but it gives me little pleasure even then. So what brings you to this dangerous place, most peaceful one? Duty. I do not know what exactly Xavier has in mind, but judging by his past actions, it will be ambitious and terrible. He must be stopped. Lord Xenos, your doppelganger resolutely clenches her fist around an oddly shaped wraithbone talisman. The Aldari wear such amulets as a token of a special bond with someone, or a token of remembrance for the dead. Ooh, Yrilet must be dead. And look, she's also a psyker. Oh, that's cool. Why do you care so much about other people? I have been taught some harsh lessons. When Conrad staged the coup, I was badly wounded. Abelard nursed me back to health, and so did the entire crew. They looked after me in the Protectorate for months while I was in limbo, a dark and joyless sleep, in which I only heard Theodore's last words, protect my people. When I awoke, I vowed to do exactly that, to be not a master to my people, but their protector and their champion. The scars upon your soul bleed in ash and azure, yet your heart is bursting with flares of the most incredible hues, crystal clear colors, without any additions or impurities. A pure heart. I had all but forgotten they existed. What is your reality like? I think it is less bloodshed than yours. I brought peace to the expanse, soothed the flame of Ascension's zeal, and stopped Caligos from falling to vileness. The two of us even managed to become friends. I sheltered the Aldari refugees and convinced them to join forces to fend off the Drukhari. I granted pardon to the pirates and renegades who strayed not out of malice, but because they had nowhere else to go. Calcazar called me a heretic, but no one paid heed to that castigation. The Fellowship of the Void became a respectable merchant guild. Vladam shed almost all his thuggish habits, but died when Xavier turned footfall into a colossal projectile, which he crashed into Euphrates II after it was captured by Yrilet the Cruel. Thousands died that day, but tens of thousands were safely evacuated by Vladam, and I welcomed them to Dragonis. Wow! Turn Vladam into... What? Vladam, a hero, chooses to sacrifice himself? Your world really is nothing like ours. That's awesome. You are simply too weak to be a rogue trader. Fascinating. Many have called me weak, but I have always had enough strength to protect my people from those who saw them as a defenseless flock. Kek, what's going on, man? How are you? Oh, Kunshu, I hope that's true. I actually didn't get to do Ulfar's quest because it was bugged when I did my dogmatic run. Probably won't have time for another game, Lennon. And I actually have not purchased and downloaded Underrail yet. So, you know what? I'm going to do that after I get done with this. Because hopefully, probably not this upcoming week because I'll be busy with Dragon's Dogma. But sometime in March, I should be able to start a playthrough of that. Dude. Can't wait to get together with you as well, buddy. Yeah. And depending on if there's explosives available, maybe literally. Yeah, it's weird that Yrilet isn't chiming in, Francis. It's super weird. Different reflections based on the path you choose. No, I think it's three. I think there's a Heretic, Benevolentia, and Dogmatic version, regardless of what path you've chosen. But your, it looks like they take your class and gender into account. Because I don't remember talking to a Psyker for my Dogmatic run, and this chick's a Psyker, and they also appear to be women. And so I think because I chose to play as a woman, they all became women. So very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Saying that the Merciful has a pure eye and she has all but forgotten that there is definitely a slight against you. I'm purely heretical. I don't think that's what she's talking about, though. From work, ready for a D&D night. Nice! Isn't that the hardest CRPG there is? I've heard crazy stories about how hard Underrail is for sure, and I haven't read anything about it. So I've heard blind playthroughs are especially rough. So I'll probably do a little bit of reading before we get into it. And Lennon's still supposed to send me a build. I don't think I have a new build from you yet, Lennon, on Twitter. But I promised Lennon I'd at least try it out. I'm calling this now. DD2 is going to be this year's ER and BG3. I hope so. I hope I end up enjoying it. I played DD1 quite a bit, but I didn't finish it because it was just so lacking on story. Like, as much as I love the combat, I'm like, it's not going to be worth me getting all the way to the end. So I'll be interested to find out whether or not I tough out Dragon's Dogma 2 and get all the way to the end. I got to admit, though, I really, really hate that you can only do one playthrough. especially since there's supposed to be a whole bunch of quests where you have decisions about how you handle it. I hate the fact that there's only one. You can only have one run in the game, and you got to delete that run if you want to do a new one. I think that's terrible. So it'll also be interesting to see how easy it is to switch back and forth between different classes, because I'd like to do a video where I talk about the mechanics in all the different classes, but I'm like, how am I going to do that if I only got one character? We'll see. Address the pious copy. Your faith seems to be stronger than that of us all combined. I remember in whose name the sacred warrant was granted. I remember by whose hand I am ordained to exist. I believe that my faith is a bright light driving back the darkness. But your faith is cold embers, and when I look at you, I feel ashamed of myself. Did you come here to help Calcazar? The future is not known to me. The Lord Inquisitor did not give me the full details of Operation Precious Sentinel, but he mentioned its importance to the entire Imperium. I have come to lend him my aid, or to stop him if his plans go against the will of the God Emperor. Your doppelganger vigorously chops the air with her hand, and you notice some stiffness in the movement, as well as a subtle grimace of pain. As you look closer, you realize that lurking under your replica's clothes are chains of penance with jagged hooks digging into her flesh. Such instruments of humility are only worn by the most fervent believers. Cassia covers her eyes with her hands and shakes her head sorrowfully. The heat of your hues is blinding, Lord Captain. Scarlet and gold shroud your very essence in an overpowering radiance, but deep inside, I see a palpitating smudge of sable blue, which you have banished, which you loathe, and which ruins the perfection of the image. Are you afraid of a misstep, of loneliness, of the Emperor turning away from you? Do not dare lay your cursed eye on me. The copy's roar is deafeningly loud. How did you even survive the cleansing of Yrilet, monster of House Arcelio? Felic and I crushed your mad followers and purged the Navigator House of corruption. Did your heretical powers enthrall my copy's weak spirit in this reality? How ignoble, how disgraceful. Where did such piety come from? It filled me on the day that Sister Argenta and I executed Theodora for heresy. I saw all her wickedness and depravity and felt unclean, stained by her blood. So I swore to redeem the name of the dynasty. By the exalted one, my fiery hearted Shireen, our friendship would not have blossomed on the light of every star, it seems. So, I'm wondering, you know, one of the things I didn't like about my dogmatic run looking back is that the only way you found out who killed Theodora is if you took Argenta with you into Act 3, and then she revealed to you that she was the one who shot her. And to me, that's such a pertinent detail that I feel like all of the different paths should have had a way to figure out that mystery. Like, it's odd that you would allow players to go the whole game never finding out how that happened, considering that there's no special mystery that the heretic or iconoclast paths get that can only be solved through those paths, right? So it's weird that only dogmatic gets that one key clue. And I feel like that maybe this dialogue here is your only real hint at what happened to her, if you're still thinking about it by this time. So, okay, yeah, send it to me, Lyndon. I'll look at it. Yana DD2 after killing Grigori is extremely terrible. Oh, really? Oh, so it's, I didn't miss much then. It's like DD1, you can switch class so long as you have the discipline points, which you get for any combat you perform. Oh, save scum. for her to even tell you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Because, yeah, I feel like I'm going to bounce around between different classes. And one, I'm wondering how much that's going to mess up my build. Because I don't know how builds really work. I don't remember the DD1 mechanics like that. And then, two, yeah, the saving stuff is going to be irritating. I'll look at that under real build later on, Lennon. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. The copycat's contemptuous glance at Jay. You, the abject, groveling creature who chose to sell out to the archenemy instead of atoning for her transgressions under my guidance. Your rotten soul was reborn in cleansing flame. Damn! That's what I'm talking about. And how many feats of faith have you accomplished? Not yet enough. I struck down Caligos Winterscale, a champion of Khorne, in the ruins of Dargonis. I joined forces with the benevolent Incendia Chorda to purge the cult of the Final Dawn when they incited a rebellion and used footfall to summon a greater daemon named the Edge of Daybreak. The unclean spirit is now sealed within the station that I have proclaimed forsaken forever. After the purging of Janus, the Xenos of Kudarak, and the Cabal of the Raving Tempest forged a profane alliance against my protectorate. But with the noble Space Wolves, I defeated their combined forces and banished them from the Expanse. It looks like this version of me became a mindless zealot. Doesn't believe in the truth. Vice always masks envy as contempt. The situation has just become complicated. How are we going to resolve it? We shall fight you. I sense your soul's greedy interest in what is hidden in this crypt, and I will not allow you to take possession of this blasphemous thing. I am afraid we have no choice but to fight. What is hidden on this world imperils the millions of lives for which I am responsible. For their sake, I will crush any opponent, unless you all retreat without a fight. I concur. We will finish off the one with the biggest retinue first, and then decide who is worthy of the prize. However, I already know who it's going to be. Oh, man. I feel like there's no truly heretical option here. Like, they've got an Emperor is with me option. Where's the I'm a champion of chaos, all will fall before me option? But, all right. I will not share the contents of this crypt with anyone. Die! Indeed, rogue traders are doomed to forever fuel one another. Such is the power of that poison called ambition that seeps from our warrants.
Your existence is naught but ashes.
All right.
Don't you dare to cross us.
You come over here. Cassia, you can also come over here, I suppose. Slanderer, you can come over here. Jay, you can come over here. Abelard, oh no, Abelard. Pasqal, you can stay up here. And who is not? Oh, Yrilet, you should probably come down. I guess we'll put you down over here. Oh, you know what? No, you can stay. You could be the one to give Pasqal more turns. And let that be that. All right. Starts over here. Idira. And give Idira an extra turn. Sign DD1, you go back to the capital and the king is all drained. The outcast is you fall to every fall, whatever it's called. You're forced to grind. That's the end game if you don't count DLC. Ooh! That does not sound particularly pleasant.
They
No.
who discern the future on the
That's not what I
battlefield.
want. Okay, let's see. Is there any? Ooh, we can. Yes, we
But
can.
of
So I'll
course.
tag you.
No can do.
What does that say? Abelard the Virtuous. And then this is the Merciful. And then
Will do.
Argenta the Scourge. Lordy. Lord.
Was that you? Or
This,
on it?
this. And then let's also soften y'all up a little bit. And then we'll do this thing. And that just about does it. And then
But
bam.
of course.
It's worse than this.
And then ooh, still got one action point left, huh? You know what, I guess I'll
Anything
just
else?
some more toughness. That doesn't take up an action point though, so we'll do this.
Was that you? Or-
Bam. That'll do it. All right. Guess whose turn it is?
Me.
Let's see. Can we get all
Only
y'all
a
nice
prince
little
will
place
stop
together?
me.
No. All right. Let's do
I
this.
am a navigator, not a servitor.
And we'll
Emperor,
do this.
give me strength.
And let's let's make sure she has enough dodge.
I'm not
to deal with
accustomed
whatever
to being
comes.
ordered around.
And then let's also make sure they take the full brunt of what she's about to do. And let's also make sure she has as good an opportunity as possible to stun them. And then let's absolutely blow all these people to smithereens. Yep, got that. There we go. Put this there. And you know what? Why not? Let's give you another. Give you all another dosage. Dodge again. And there we go. Now hopefully that gives us. Nope. Not a single one of them was stunned. Damn. These people do not go down easy at all, huh? All right. Well, you could do them, but you know what? She's the one who's going to move faster. So we'll put it here. When I look at this game and I see something unfinished that needed another year. So what do you feel like they still need to do, Boss Page? What is it about this game where you're like, this isn't quite accomplishing what it should? That, yep. Let's do that. Let's do this. That's just 3. It's just 3, but that's enough actually. Oh, whoa, it only counted 2. It shouldn't have only counted 2. That's unfortunate, but okay. We'll do this. And you know what? No, we won't do that one because it'll remove the here. Let's make absolutely sure. And there we go. Do this too. And here we are. Not quite, huh? Oh wow. Alright. That'll do. There's Jay. And Jay can buff up
Am
his
I
stats.
getting paid for this?
And she can buff it up some more.
Don't get too cocky.
And she can buff it up some more. And she can make sure this person. Actually, no, we really should go for
I can do
Argenta.
that with the right incentive.
So reapply
Tell me,
that.
and it is done.
And let's get
I
some
can do
more
that
resolve here.
with the right incentive.
And here we go. Now you can. Oh, it's not gonna allow her to move it all. That's unfortunate. And damn. Here, hold on. And I only got a 10%. Oh, here we go. 80% chance of hitting you. And yeah, let's do that. There we go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Excellent, excellent. All right, now you're here. You're right in front of me, so let's deal with you. Oh wait, oh crap. I should have tagged her as prey. Screw that up, but it's fine.
Ruin beckons.
Do these two.
Purpose guides me.
And,
I've suffered worse.
I will
oh
triumph.
crap, did I put this in the middle? Hate when I do that. I hate that if the target is directly in the middle, it passes over them.
I need no guidance.
That. This is what, 0.8? 1 action point? 1 action point, yeah. So, actually, no, we'll do this.
One step closer. I will delight my masters
Excellent.
with your demise.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. This. And then
I
you
hold
again.
all the cards.
And then. Oh crap, by doing that, of course it's fine. Now I can target the other one, but it's fine. Here, we'll do this.
Shatter the spirit,
Do
Bailey.
it again.
Purpose.
Oh, look at you. Here. You can do this. Oh, that's
Only you
and she can do this. Oh, wow. That barely does anything to you. So, you know what? Let's first do that. By the way, if you're wondering how there are copies of you from other realities here, the Necrons are so technologically advanced they mastered chronomancy and other time matching in extreme ways. Really? Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. It's totally possible they ripped other youths from their timelines to fight here. They are that powerful. Wow. What's that lasgun fire in the background about? Couldn't tell you. Long list. I don't want to fill the chat with any more of my texts here than I already have. Rostro, no so, voice that thing for all dialogue, for implementation choicing. Oh, I see you. But Wrath of the Righteous didn't have voice acting across all dialogues. You feel like that game is also like still remains unfinished to this day? Like, do you feel like the game is finished unless it has full dialogue across all of its choices? Can you? Ooh, you can. All right, now can you move? You can move. So we're gonna give you that.
I will. A blood-soaked tribute.
That's that, right? That's that. No injuries or anything. Excellent. Underrail is on sale now, by the way. It's 21st of March. Awesome. I will be sure to take advantage of that. D2 is there and also where you can battle in that gets harder the better you do it. Sure, there's a lot of people who will definitely appreciate that. Imperial Pride, that does not for me. That does not for me. Ooh, Sororita's power armor. A couple of our people can wear power armor, so I'll take that. And memory core. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't go all the way down. What are you doing? Vehicle anti-revolver. Each round the wearer's die is increased by 10% until the end of combat. Ooh. Take that. The tech blight has barely affected this bridge, but almost completely devastated the Xeno structures below. I mean, they're supposed to be, they're already pointed out, fixing the ship combat. It feels like a skeleton of what it's supposed to be. Mind shock, using our rights. Hope you do enjoy some good time with the family after this. Thank you. Yep, that's absolutely planned, sir. Hope you're doing all right. Yep, I feel like very powerful and key moments are not voiced or given the impact they deserve because they lack voices in it. I'm definitely of the opinion that the pivotal moments in the game should be voice acted. That voice acting just adds a lot when... Ooh, this is a solar staff. I wonder if it's any... No, it looks like the same one I already have, but I'll check just to be sure. Definitely feel like... oh, I wonder if they just copy the equipment you already have and just put it on.
Powers unseen uncover my
definitely
path.
feel like the critical moments become much better when they're fully voice acted. They have personality. Adds more personality to it. Scarlet forbidding signs blaze on the vid screen. Someone has placed a seal of silence on the cogitator. Is this where I came from?
One and it's done.
One of the images stands out among the rest. This likely used to be the symbol of an ancient Xenos dynasty.
My pleasure.
Eliminate. Made a video about Underrail. Hasn't actually declared war on my computer's gonna leave the VIP. Outwardly attacked his interest. What's that? Incendent Storm. That's a plasma rifle. Everywhere where single attack gains plus 10 damage for each negative effect on the target. That's all very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Intriguing.
I agree. Intriguing. Miss anything? Anything we miss is over here. Where we're going. It says we missed some goods over here. And we did. Ooh. Exorcist Longest grants a 25% increase to hit chance if the wielder has at least Iconoclast Zealot Conviction. Damage is increased by 30% of current momentum. That is a monster rifle. The wearer does not lose the elusive effect if they attack from cover. That's also pretty freaking monster, but not something that I can make use of. So I'll put that in cargo. Nope, I already did that. Down these stairs. Here
The
we go.
world will bow.
That looks good. The wearer gains number of unyielding beacon stacks, chance to ignore incoming damage. That doesn't help us. It would be great for Abelard. The rest of these grenades and med kits. It does help. I love reading text. That I can't deny. That powerful voice acting takes any game to the next level. When it's only partly there, it shows what you could have
Tread
done.
a
Yep.
path
I
unexplored.
don't disagree. I don't disagree. You know, it's weird.
A job for me.
As soon as you touch it, the obelisk ancient Xeno symbols appear in your mind, forming the words. Open the pocket depository. Excellent. Ooh. Singer of Fearsome Sagas. Attacks by this axe deal additional damage equal to 5% of the target's maximum wounds. This bonus is applied to each enemy only once per round. After the wearer uses following, the wearer's allies gain 33% bonus to damage on the next attack for each ally within a 2-cell radius from the wearer. Whenever the wearer uses a psychic power, they can trigger one of the following: 50% chance to reduce the AP cost and decrease veil degradation for normal, or 25% chance to increase veil degradation by 3 and reset the cooldown of their attack. If veil degradation is increased to 15 or beyond, this effect triggers Peril of the Warp even when using minor psychic powers. Ha ha. Isn't that interesting?
One and it's done.
Lord Inquisitor, we are progressing according to plan. Our troops have already reached the target. Questing. The Beast is such an interesting race to add in. Like, why out of everything add Beast people? Yeah, I'm interested to see how the game is going to make use of them. Wish Wrath the Righteous had all camp and resting band to be voice acted like in Kingmaker. Was all of it voice acted in Kingmaker? I don't think it was. Not to outwardly attack his interests, he's in my web, which means I'm going to let his secrets he doesn't want others knowing. Leave them all out. No, he's too busy. I'm looking forward to how that's gonna work out, 3. All those massive text scrolling games growing up. Half voice acted characters for a game, only leave players wishing it was fully voice acted, pointing out flaws. But I thought you finished Wrath of the Righteous, didn't you, Boss Page? I also sent a guy to help you out. Awesome. Thank you, Lennon. Literally can't imagine Dragon Age Origins Mass Effect or Witcher as half text with no voice. This is a fact. This is 100% a fact. I agree. Best guy for Underrail on YouTube? Okay. I find so much good loot. Unfortunately, there's not enough game left to enjoy. Yeah, I hate when games do this. Like, to me, the last act of the game, I would rather you give me no loot, very few fights, and just, like, those really big, you know, climax encounters. Like, doing it like this, where you're spreading out a ton of good loot here, as if there's still a ton of game left, annoying to me. Like, there's literally only 2 or 3 fights from here, if I remember correctly. Well, you know, at least based on the way I did it for Dogmatic. I don't know how.
Stop hitting
Oh,
me,
he's just
Ashmag.
attacking? Oh, you gotta because it's a skill check. So we just got to use demolition. No problem. No problem. I thought we had to fight the turret. Yeah, and why do they keep giving me cargo? Like, we know there's not any vendors here. It's just so that I waste time looting things that I don't really need.
Opportunity.
The destructive web of the tech blight is spreading along the walls of the crypt.
Suffering is part of the trial.
Suffering
Embrace true power.
of the trial. Ooh, we're good. Yep, we're good. Ooh. Is that? Yeah, I think it's literally.
I tread a path
I think the Lord Inquisitor is right beyond this door. Why do I have the doorway here if you could just walk in? Am I wrong for feeling you could just walk in? No, you can't just walk in. Okay, you do have to click this. Why are all the heretical items tends to do more damage or take absurd amounts of damage? Because that's the price you pay for utilizing chaos. Group calls you a criminal mastermind. Nice. Hey, I'm doing a lawless sworn drow fighter and I'm wanting slander. Should I attack the grove? Because I'm not playing an evil orca character. He just does whatever he wants. He's a great character. Morally grab me. So then that comes down to you. Is attacking the grove something that you want to do? Because since you're morally gray, for a morally gray character, it can go either way.
Time to leave my mark upon
There
the galaxy.
are pros and cons to attacking the grove or not attacking the grove.
Color the uncolored.
Do you even feel like
I am
dealing with the grove is
grateful.
worth your time? Because maybe your character decides that, hey, you know what, it's not worth me being bothered with this. I'm gonna lead them to their own
Let's make a
devices.
deal.
All right, we got some trauma to deal with. So you, and you.
Shireen, I owe you a debt.
Ready for dating, but
Trauma. Okay, all cleared up. Let's do a quick save there. Now we need to level these people up. 2 ranks. Isn't that nice? We got willpower, so let's get perception. We've got awareness, so let's get, I don't remember what we're doing on Medikai, sure. We get 1 more exemplar talent. I guess we can take, yeah, I guess we could take critical velocity. Any stars here I haven't picked up yet? Here, Fortress. Oh, we don't have Grenadier yet. Let's take Grenadier. What about you? You've got 2 ranks as well. You've already got intelligence and perception. So next up is ballistic skill. You've already got demolition and you've got Medikai, so it doesn't matter. Might as well just take tech use. You might as well also here. You could take. Where's that one? That's for masterful display. Here we go. What is he? Yeah, he doesn't have any of this stuff, right? Master Tactician finished the job. He does have that, but I don't use that enough. Perfection under fire. So you know what? I will take the character's damage is increased. You know what? Fine. We'll take this. Whatever. Joint offense. There's nothing gray about attacking the grove. It's pretty evil, but it's to save your life. So the way it's set up, I kind of agree with you. I feel like there should be an option in the game to tell the tieflings, hey, I'm going to have the goblins come here and wipe out the druids because they refuse to allow y'all to stay here. So y'all just sit back in the cut or y'all help out with this And then when it's all over, you all can take over the grove. Since these people don't have the good sense to allow you to stay here for your shelter. I feel like that's a more great choice. You can make the case that it's cruel to wipe out the druids. You can also make the case that it's cruel for the druids to be kicking out the tieflings to the mercy of the goblins. Especially if you make this without having ever experienced interaction with Halson. So I think really it should be more of a morally great choice, and they make it sometimes. But I noticed the flaws much quicker than what I was missing. Voice acting wise, mechanically, and other stuff. Basically, immersion. The pull faltered. Got you. Oh, also, Elric, to be honest with you, the way the game reacts to you wiping out the grove is pretty terrible. So for that reason, I would also say it's probably best to side with the grove, because the things you lose out on, it's just not worth it. It is not worth it. We did these two. Did I do intelligence? No, not intelligence. Agility makes more sense. She gets more out of agility. She's maxed out on more warp. Oh, we were doing awareness, right? Yeah, sure. And then this. Sure. We'll do Death Dealer, whatever. Whatever, whatevs. You've got just about everything you need, right, lady? What's the vice in that? Sure. Oh, uncanny sight. Yeah, sure, whatever. You. No, none of that. Oh, fellowship. That's what we're doing. Awareness. Whatever. Extermination. Firebrand. Somebody already has Firebrand, right? Oh no, the flag bear is what they have. So yeah, we'll give Firebrand to them. And this, none of this stuff. What's this? First tier. Armor of Contempt. Vigilant. Focus. Whatever. Okay, you. Definitely. Fellowship Intelligence. And ballistic skill. Agility probably makes more sense for you, but whatever. We'll just stay consistent. You are a beast skill-wise. Oh, I am. Over time, lady, I am so impressed with you. Just really, just absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so does she have tricky defense? We'll take that. And better die for the Emperor. Whatever, I'll take that too. And then finally, Yrilet. You're new to all this, but we'll get you up to speed. Fellowship you have. I guess we'll take, oh, you like willpower? You know, we'll give you some willpower. Why not? Why not? We don't care. Sure, athletics. Athletics, we'll take it. This stuff, don't care about. So we'll just go with Death Dealer. Sounds like what you should have. And here, no, not more than possible. I don't like, here, armor contempt, whatever. There we go. Now, items. I'm a low sworn, so his nature says yes, and I've never done it. Well, then, yeah, if you just want to experience it, then for sure. By the way, talk to every NPC in Underworld. They either have some fun or interesting to say. Yep, that's what I always do in games. As long as I know that there's the possibility of them providing me special, I just talk to everybody. What's up with Yrilet's thumbnail thing? Oh, it's his armor sticking out. At first, it looked like half of it was black and white, half of it was colored in. But I see that's just the grayness of his armor sticking out at the bottom. Okay. Using it. Where north is a red point on the top of your character. Very important is there are no quest marks, just directions NPCs give you. Okay. You know, that they cannot help you with your worm passenger. Yes, my thought train was to somehow find a way to get the goblins to join the grove, become civilized, and enlighten them in the process, stealing the whole absolute army. Right. It really sucks that you can never recruit the goblins to your cause the way you can recruit good aligned allies to your cause. Like, I'm sorry, but to me, like a good evil aligned playthrough in Baldur's Gate 3, once you realize what a good aligned playthrough provides, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It just doesn't. If it's your very first playthrough of the game, then it's fine. But once you've done the Good Aligned version, you know, all right, evil doesn't really provide you all that much. Sadly, it is. You miss so much content. Yep. I could just kill the druids in Halson and keep the tieflings and kill the goblin camp. That's true. You could. Do you miss anything out on that? Let's see. Kill the druids. Oh. You can't keep the tieflings without... you cannot kill the... Well, no, you can. You can. So, yeah, you could wipe out all the druids and keep the tieflings. That's true. That's true. BG1 and 2's claim to fame is you could do any quest the evil, neutral, or good way and still enjoy it. BG3 punish evil heavily. Yep. Oh, Minthara is still broken? Damn. See, yeah. I'm not doing evil until she's on point. She leaves Good Aligned Dark Arch on purpose now. It was intended from the beginning. Oh. They changed some of her in-game dialogues and it didn't make sense to how she's supposed to be. Coaster right there. Good, but not amazing. Like Alcat or any game touched by Chris Avalon. Yeah. I enjoyed Divinity Original Sin 2 a lot, but I felt like the in-game, especially from a writing standpoint, should have been better. So, I don't know. We'll see. I enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3 a lot, Riding Rise as well. And I felt like its in-game holds up much better. But it doesn't hold up as good from different perspectives. Goblins are literally super dumb, so why not? All right. Do you use an axe? You do use an axe. How does this axe hold up in comparison to the one you have? A successful hit with this Crozius. All of your allies do +5 to damage against the target for 1 round. After the wielder deals damage with it, each of the wielder's allies performs an attack of opportunity against the target. That's interesting. And, you know, we're going to stick with that because it's just so integral to you as a character. What kind of axe do you got? Yours is, you've still got, I swear I got a better Cyan axe for you. No? Well, then hell, oh, you can't even use this one because it's Adeptus Astartes equipment. All right, add to cargo. But this should be better than what you have, right? 60% armor penetration, which is double what you have right now. Every attack action with this plasma gun has a separate cooldown. All of this plasma gun's attack actions can be used in a single turn? That is insane with a properly built Pasqal. Damn! Wow, that is big business. Big business. All right, this gives you +15 willpower. This gives you, okay, so yeah, it is exactly the same thing. We'll add this to cargo. Anti-vehicle revolver. On a successful shot, the shot explodes, dealing 20 impact damage to everyone in the area effect around the target. Isn't that nice? Can you use this? You can, actually. But 20, 33, 45%, 3, 8, nah. I'm gonna stick with what I got. Hot shot las gun. 8 range, 40 ammo. No, I'll stick with what I got. Sanguine Thirst. The Pyrax deals 3 times the weather strength bonus damage to bleeding targets. We don't necessarily automatically bleed. This is a sniper rifle, gloom rifle. We already talked about that. We're not using that. They shall weep. He can use bolters, can't he? Oh, but not this. All right, interesting. Each shot deals rending damage. Right, okay. Argento would have loved this, but I do not. Gaze of the Void. Attacks project additional rays, dealing 30. What? This weapon's attacks project additional rays, each dealing 30 energy damage to 3 random enemies in a 10-cell radius around the primary target. Very interesting, but also very useless for our particular build. And he could use this, right? Oh, no, he can't. All right, he's not allowed to use it. Okay, fine. Moving on. Oh, that's a great gun. Yep, it is. And we're getting it all in Act 5, right? This whole logic train from me totally didn't start because I wanted a goblin army named Boblin. Now, that conversation tempo has been written by 10 different people, not knowing anything about the character. This is baffling. The Tieflings deserve better. I just want to kill the druids because they annoy me, and I think a level swarm would do that. During a neutral evil playthrough as Lae'zel romancing Minthara. Also, my Lae'zel is a bard. Good luck with it. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed Minthara for what I was able to experience, but I felt like overall it was kind of it should have been better. So I'm gonna wait till more patches and more things are ironed out, and then hopefully get the experience with her that I want. Ancient plasma rifle used to be bugged. It would give +1 damage per intelligence. They fixed that. They fixed that. Pasqal would land 4,000 attacks left and right. I missed that whole wave, but it would have been insane to have him do that. Do you plan on playing Atom RPG someday? If you like the older Fallouts, you'll love Atom RPG. I've never played Fallout 1 or 2. I played Fallout 3, 4, and New Vegas. So I can't tell you if I really enjoy Fallout 1 and 2. Atom RPG looked like very, very old school. And my understanding is there was a much greater focus on combat and mechanics and not story. And so because of that, I was like, this isn't going to be all that great for me. But how did you feel about it? Did you feel like Adam had a great story? Yrilet doesn't have Adeptus Astartes proficiency. I think that's a bug. I believe that he does because he's built like the rest of the Space Wolves. Yeah, see, Adeptus Astartes equipment. So he's got all the same things as other Space Wolves. So he's a veteran of the long war. He's got go for the throat, and he's got stalwart warrior. So it gives him additional toughness. And then he also has power armor, proficiency, and he has black carapace so that power armor does not remove his dodge. The unique thing that he has that you wouldn't get from Ulfar is Infernal Call, which allows him to summon demons during battle. I think that's the only like unique thing he gets though. All right, back to here. Light armor. The wearer gains 50% dodge reduction for 1 round if they move at least 3 cells per turn, and persuasion increases their dodge. That's interesting. Persuasion increases your dodge. She's got 130% dodge right now, 147%. That's what I thought. If the wearer equips 2 pistols, yeah, she doesn't care about that because she barely uses pistols. What's this? Iconoclast Zealot. We're definitely not using that. The wearer restores 1 action point after killing an enemy. So you can use this if you wanted to. 20% armor against demons, 10% armor penetration. Armor penetration is really nice, but actually the 1 action point is better for it. Even though, damn, this looks so freaking cool on her. You know what? I'm going to stick with that, even though this is better for her. I'm chucking all that. Heavy void suit. Can you use any of that? No. So heavy suit. This wearer suffers 30% less damage from area and burst attacks, and plus 20% armor against human enemies. Can't use that. Why can't? Oh, you got to be Adeptus Sororita. So only a fully leveled Argenta with her full quest line finish can wear this. Using her rock at the wearer immediately uses Warhammer or Furious Recital, regardless of its cooldown, and she gets plus 15 strength. Why are you getting her plus 15 strength? That's so odd to me, but the rest of that makes sense, unless it's basically trying to make it easier for her to use heavy weapons. But whatever. This is light armor. Light. The story is decent, but the dialogue with the NPCs is pretty nice, and it's very light on mechanics. Oh, interesting. Okay. What's Adam Trudegrad? Was that like a DLC? All right. Each round the wearer's dodge is increased by 10% until the end of the combat. This effect resets after any attack made on the wearer. 15% dodge against ranged attacks. 20% dodge against enemies with perception lower than that of wearer. That's interesting. 10% dodge against ranged attacks. You know what? I'll go ahead and go with this one, even though it looks exactly the same. And now finally this. So this gives her plus 20 to all lore. Do we care about lore warp anymore? Probably not. So, you know what? Why not? Let's go ahead and give you this. Why not? Each wearer's single attack gains 10% damage for each negative effect on the target. That could actually be massive. Enemies a target battle must pass a willpower test or suffer bleeding. Oh, I forgot I put this on you. Bleeding and blinded, not bad. What do you have on you? Ain't more. They gain 30% damage on the first run of combat. The wearer gains a number of additional attacks equal to their side rating. Oh, that's right. That's why you're able to just unload on people. Yeah, I like both of those. So, yeah, we won't use that. The wearer gains plus 20 movement point. Where it kills an enemy with a melee attack. No. Critical hits deal double damage. Wearer siriening. Wearer gains momentum and temporary wounds. Can only be equipped. What are your gloves? What gloves are you wearing? Every second use of the Psyker Staff, unique psych power deals. Oh, that's right. As nice as this is, I don't think. Oh, you know what? You might be able to use it. What are your gloves? What gloves are you using? Whenever the wearer uses overcharge in an plasma weapon, the attack ignores enemy deflection and deals twice its intelligence bonus plus ballistic skill bonus additional damage. Twice intelligence, that's 14. Then that would be 23%? Oh, snap. All right, yeah. We don't have a space for you. Whenever the wearer uses Reckless Rush, nobody uses Reckless Rush. The wielder gains 3 charges of Hollow Field to start. Whatever. Oh, combat tactics bonuses. Okay, how do you feel about this? Plus 15 fellowship, that's significant. Lowers enemies' perception by her fellowship bonus, which is 11, and it's actually significantly more when she gets her bonuses. Damn. I actually don't want to let go of either one of those. The wearer suffers less impact and energy damage. When the wearer suffers impact or energy damage, the attack of an enemy solves. Oh, I don't care about that. Here, we'll give it to you. Whenever the wearer's ally is under the effects of joint analysis ability hits a target when an exploit, the wearer gains plus 5 perception. If the owner has medium and heavy armor, whenever 3 or more, one of those targets suffer armor until the end of demolition, lore, halo device, critical immunity, and dodge. We're good on all that. Okay, now finally, Argenta gets it at the end of her quest for free with the perk unlock. Yep, I know. I really enjoyed that part. It's a standalone DLC. It takes place after Autumn RPG, and you can transfer your Autumn RPG character to Turtograd. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Okay, last. Stun grenade, for sure. Definitely want that. Definitely take the med kits. How are you? Let's get these med kits back on you. Stun grenades, you. Stun grenades, we got any on them left? In fact, I don't know if it's going to work against these people that I'm going up against, but we shall see. Potentially, maybe. Where? This. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, I think we're out of the stun grenades. Is that the problem? Immobilizing grenades is not the same. Tears of Repentance. Yeah, okay. No. Yeah, we're out. That's fine. You need another med kit. There we go. Oh, well, you already had that one, actually, but it's fine, whatever. We shouldn't need to use all this anyway. You can take more of these energy grenades, and you got, oh, that's a Tears of Repentance. I would not going to be using that. All right, and all right, let's see what the deal is. Time to push Spellforce 3 again. You gotta wait until I get through with whatchamacallit, Underrail first. I promised Lennon that that'll be my next major game.
The world will bow.
Oh, Ulfar and Argenta and all the rest of them here. Oh, I'm a massacre all of you. Massacre every lad, rogue traitor. The Lord Inquisitor is expecting you. Seriously, that's all any of you got to say to me? Inquisitor Enforcer. All right, yeah, let's go back a bit
The world
so that we're not all
trembles
just
beneath
crowding
my
on you.
feet.
Anything else supposed to pick up? Nope. All right, let's do it. Coming here was hardly prudent of you, your ladyship. You and your dynasty have lost my trust, and now judgment awaits you. Ooh, is that right? Your actions have been questionable too, Lord Inquisitor. You may be within your rights to judge and punish bearers of the sacred warrant, but here, among the uncharted stars, a rogue trader may easily find themselves executing an Inquisitor who is steeped in heresy. Cassia's clear and confident gaze turns to Calcazar. I see the canvas of your soul, and it is tainted with the gory hues of dried blood. Enough! I will have a separate conversation with House Orsilia. What are you doing here? Exactly what my duty dictates, saving the Imperium. Isn't it obvious? Heinrix looks at you with icy calm, but does not utter a word. Argenta, in the full glory of her battle focus, is reciting a prayer in an ardent whisper. The red-headed giant gives you a menacing, exhilarated grin. We meet again, you two-faced worm. I've had this feeling gnawing away at me, as if I haven't yet fulfilled my duty to the All-Father, as if I haven't yet killed someone I should. Point at the Xeno construct. Is that what you're here for? What is it? We call it a shard, and yes, as you have noted quite aptly, it is the reason I am here. This construct contains an ancient, or rather, a pre-ancient being of cosmic power. They were called the Catan. The entity is currently trying to escape, and I am here to collar it. Calcazar nods at the giant device, whose design clearly points to it having been brought into the crypt from outside. Of course, the Inquisition wants to collar it. How typical. Jay's honeyed speech dissolves into soldierly crudeness. Throne damn it, even I can see that no good can come from this grok shit crazy plan. What is this Catan shard, and what is it doing here? A specimen of an ancient predator race, devourers of pulsars who feasted on star systems. Reality itself bent to their power, but many millennia ago, an ancient Xenos race managed to defeat them, shatter them into pieces, and lock them away in prisons like the one you see before you. And you think you stand a chance against such power? Do you mean to say that a human is not capable of such a feat? But I am not just a human. I am an instrument of the Emperor's will, one of many, and the Imperium is omnipotent. If I were to fail, another would follow in my footsteps. That is how humanity makes the impossible possible, with the hands of particular people in particular circumstances. Your skepticism is unwarranted. Are you going to put that series on the list to try? Yeah. Absolutely. I'd have no problems doing it. Surprise, you can have your revenge. Yeah, nice. Was an assault rifle tank. One of the two best builds in the game. Pure Psychonist. We call that Cave Wizard. Cypher rifle tank sounds fantastic. Damn, the other dogmatic companions here too? Yeah, I'm a fan of that. I don't know. Collar it. He will doom you all. It's okay, so Seal Catan. No one free to do. What is a Catan? It's a shard of the Catan. How will taming this creature help save the Imperium? Over my years of service, I have come to realize that the main problems that humanity faces in this war is the imbalance in power. Our opponents are not races or nations, but incomprehensible monsters, and it is high time we acquired one of our own. My yoke will bind this creature and make it a chained guard serving the Emperor. That is not the full extent of my vision. There are other shards similar to this one scattered across the galaxy. I plan on seeking them out and confining them all inside the yoke. Each conquered monstrosity will bolster our defenses. Ulfar stares at the Inquisitor with wide eyes, saying nothing. It seems you were not the only one unaware of Calcazar's plan. He finally breathes out, his voice heavy. Mordecai howls for you, Inquisitor. I don't know what that means. Who's Mordecai? I still have many questions for you. Given the circumstances of our meeting, I do not see why I should hide anything. I seriously doubt you would share this information with anyone else, for one reason or another. How did this thing end up in your possession? Thanks to your predecessor, I arrived in the Expanse at the call of the Explorator fleet to deal with Archmagos Armanot's heresy. but I quickly came to the realization that the Cronus Expanse's problems ran much deeper than tech heresy, unprecedented piracy running wild, blatant smuggling of Xeno artifacts, willful, impetuous rogue traders, and growing threat of the ruinous powers. All this in a region that the Drukhari considers their domain. Frankly, I considered purging the entire expanse. It would have been much easier to burn down this whole tangle of threats and corruption. But the web of spies that I had woven presented me with much more interesting and radical solutions. While investigating Armanaut's connections, I turned my eye to Theodora von Valancius, who ultimately gave me the shard. How was Theodora involved in all this? Theodora's instincts were uncanny. She spent decades hunting for a key that could open the dimensional gate, as if she knew that there was something incredible waiting for her on the other side. Her ladyship was lucky enough to discover the shard during one of her expeditions, a trophy that was too much for her to handle. Archmagos Armanaut studied it on Theodora's behalf, creating weapons in exchange for access to the dangerous relic. But their research was too primitive and unambitious compared to the true power contained inside the shard. I had one of my own acolytes, Tanakia, send her spies to Theodora. They infiltrated the rogue traders' retinue, earned their trust, and reported to me about this magnificent object. The rest was trivial. I seized Epitaph and laid down the conditions of our further coexistence. She was wise enough to concede defeat with dignity. Damn! It's a piece of the Necron races, one of their superior OP gods. Yep. Jacqueline and Catan shard. It's such a horrible idea. Even the Necrons barely able to pull it off. This Inquisitor is an idiot to even try this. Lordy, there's more. We established that. Their ego's bigger than the space respawner. Mordecai is the death god, wolf of death of Fenris. Oh, okay. And most Ophar understands he is going to die for this attempt. Sylvain is Shu's character. I'm a little confused. Okay. Interesting. I commenced Operation Precious Sentinel. I left a garrison on Epitaph, took the key to the dimensional gate from Theodora, sealed the gate, and started the creation of the yoke. I kept Theodora and her heirs in my sights just in case. Not long before her death, I assigned Heinrix to her and ordered her to rendezvous with him on Rycat Minoris, but your ladyship inherited him instead. I admit I wasn't aware of you. Theodora managed to keep her secret heir up her sleeve. Heinrich's lips curls. It is unfortunate that I was not privy to all the details of this plan. So instead of eradicating Theodora's misdeeds, you chose to inherit them? Arjunta's voice rings with righteous steel. What is the yoke? A containment device similar to this one, except better. The yoke was devised by the brightest minds of two races using the ancient wisdom of a long-gone Xeno civilization. A prison capable not only of holding the Catan shard, but also of controlling it while releasing fractions of its being. An instrument of obedience and destruction. A masterpiece whose creation required immense effort. It was made on Euphrates II. I captured Armanaut's student, Axiomantha, and she passed all of her mentor's drafts to me. And the one overseeing the process was none other than your acquaintance, the tech priest Cubus Delphum. His fall was regrettable. It seems that the unorthodox, daring things he did at my behest drove him to break his vows and sink into heresy. But the human mind could never have comprehended the shard alone, and thus I appealed to the inhuman mind. I struck a deal with the Drukhari. Theft of sacraments and secrets of the Adeptus Mechanicus, registered. Inciting a devout tech priest to commit heresy, registered. Blasphemous merging of sacred technologies with forbidden ones, registered. Further transgression registration discontinued. The drill on Pascal's Mechadendrites screeches in fury. You collaborated with the Drukhari? Alas, the operation demanded it. Through the agents of one of my acolytes, Emelina, I contacted Archon Ymiraz and made a pact. I gave her access to the technologies contained within this relic and destroyed her rivals in the Cabal. She would relay information on their raids to my spies, and I would solve the problem. In exchange, her homunculus, Tervantius, forged the yoke for me. Of course, I did not let him near the shard itself, but rather set up a laboratory for him on Quetzal Tamir. It was safer that way. All the pieces were contributing to my plan, but none had enough information to comprehend the entirety of it. Heinrix cringes at Calcazar's words. You disposed of Emelina like unwanted rubbish, like waste material. after all her years of faithful service to the Golden Throne. Unfortunately, I had to send Emelina away and remove her from the board. A shrewd woman of principle, I used to value those qualities of hers, but suddenly they started to get in the way of my plan. It would have been safer to eliminate her before she could figure out what was going on, but I must have grown miserably over the years and was loath to part with a good agent. Or perhaps I was simply being sentimental. Why do the Drukhari want the shard? It is one of the most complicated and perfect creations of a race much older than Drukhari. It is no mere object, but a treasure trove of technology. A wise master could uncover many secrets simply by observing it. A sound strategy. Trust me, your ladyship. The threat of the alien pales in comparison to that posed by the ruinous powers. Yrilet could plunge 1,000 worlds, but she is no Yrilet the Cruel. She was as great a danger to her own kin as she was to the Imperium. The disruption she caused among the Drukhari was only to our benefit. She intended to trigger a powerful disjunction in Kamara, thereby destroying her rivals and elevating her own cabal in the process. Knowing full well how precarious her grand plan was, I made no attempt to talk her out of it. With a little luck, we wouldn't have need worry about Kamara's influence. It was a dark day when you dropped from under the tail of your rotten womb mother, you loathsome traitor. While we were fighting to exterminate the Xenos, you were busy carousing with them. Had I known sooner, I would have ripped your pitch black heart right out of your chest. I readily believe that. Since we are being so candid, I must note that you proved to be a much less convenient tool than I had anticipated. Why did I repeat the same dialogue? Weird. It's super weird that Yrilet the Cruel is not commenting right now. Come on, man. That's crazy. Better. Not a choice. Take care, Cat. Have a good one. Damn, at least react to Yrilet standing right there. Exactly. Sad Yrilet's no voice in this, which is whack. Yeah, come on, man. That's kind of crazy. They're pretty sure with Yrilet. Yeah, how do you not mention that, hey, I have a Chaos Space Marine right there? And that's what you feared. The one you feared more than any of the Drukhari you worked with. Sorry, Yrilet mocking him and try and turn Ophar. Well, Chaos Space Marine, let's not kill them on sight. This new information about a pack combined with the astral observation data collected in the star system resolves the inconsistencies identified earlier. Unit Xavier Calcazar stands accused of stealing the astrographic records of the Cognizance fleet. I am amazed by your analytical prowess. Yes, I needed stars to feed the shard. The Cabal of the Reaving Tempest could steal them and bring them here, but it was imperative to preserve the exact energy parameters so as not to trigger the object's premature detonation. I procured the necessary information on suitable stars from the Exploratore's fleet's data scriptorium, registering a Category 1 blasphemy. Unit Xavier Calcazar is hereby sentenced to intravenous dissection and study. Upon the cessation of vital functions, the unit's remains must be disposed of in disgrace. Nice. And then, I take it, you decided to get rid of your Xenos allies? There was no more need for them, seeing as the yoke was almost complete and the situation was escalating out of control. Theodora was dead. The Call of the Final Dawn had reared its head and was preparing to strike, and Yrilet had forgotten her place. She was putting forward too many elimination requests, and when I told her to curb her appetite, she retaliated. The theft of the Rykat star was timed to occur when Master Van Kalax would be on the planet. The Archon wanted to rob me of one of my agents and send a message. What? Rykat's son vanished because of me? And then the Coronis Expanse was engulfed in flame. I had to rush the operation and declare sector-wide martial law. The web gate that Yrilet's warriors had been using was destroyed, and the facility on Quetzal Tamir razed. I evacuated the half of the yoke that Tervantius had completed, but was too late to retrieve the second half from Euphrates II. Cubus Delphim revealed to Yrilet the Cruel where he should strike, and that almost spelled the end of Operation Precious Sentinel. I appreciate your efforts in resolving this problem. In fact, you turned out to be much more useful than Theodora ever was. Would you like to note that Yrilet the Cruel is with me? What in the hell? Why is it always the Inquisitors of higher rank The most absolutely insane plans. Yep, Pasqal. What was the name of the disposition that's not heretic or dogmatic? Iconoclast. That's the new term for benevolency or benevolentia. The denizens of the Rycat system, Santios Pride, and all the other starless worlds. You were the one who sentenced them to death by sending the Drukhari after their sons. Well noted. Yes, I acted as their executioner, as regrettable as those losses were. However, to overestimate their importance in the Imperium would have been folly. Every single day, humanity pays a far more terrible price, and that must be brought to an end. Why did you call for the Astartes to come to your aid? I needed a remarkably strong force to keep my Xenos allies in check. The Emperor's Angels were just the weapon I was looking for, except, considering the sensitive nature of my operation, I couldn't very well risk requesting aid from my allies in the Death Watch, could I? And then I remembered an old debt owed to me by a Space Wolves great company, so I decided to call in a favor. So is Death Watch another lane of Space Wolves? Like it's another group of them? And are they known to be more inquisitive than the Space Wolves? Would they have probably uncovered what Calcazar was up to? Yeah, okay. Your line is invisible when not a movie preferred. This is really bad. Calling them Benevolentia, Imperialist, and Heretic is in the Bay was so much cooler than what we got now. I agree. It was super weird to me that they made that change. It's basically a good path, yes. I thought there were no heroes in the Warhammer 40K. There are no heroes, so you're basically the lone hero surrounded by a bunch of people who are not heroes. Death Watch would have killed this. The Death Watch would have killed this man. The Death Watch are super special. Yes, they would have found out and murdered him. Oh, interesting. They were an asset at first. The wolves helped me close the dimensional gate by overwhelming its security systems. I tasked them with hunting the Xenos condemned by Ymiris. But eventually they started prying, and that was unacceptable. I could control Thorball by giving him more tempting targets, but the Bayful Howl Pack, they raided an outpost where my agents had been meeting with the Drukhari. The pack took prisoners, but lost the esteemed brother Ophar. I hoped they would give their all to the search, but instead, the wolves forced this system's coordinates out of the captives and came crashing down on my head. They had no gate to transport them. They used nothing but their warp engines. Thankfully, they realized their situation too late, so Tanakia managed to neutralize them. Oh, snap! So wait, does that mean the Lord Inquisitor took out El Ophar's pack? Wait. Ophar stares coldly at him, the deadly frost of Fenris crackling in his voice as he speaks. You will pay for this, Xavier Calcazar. Know that I will have my blood vengeance. I will have your death. Ophar stares. Oh, yeah. It repeats the same thing. I see. You have come so far in pursuit of answers, Commander High Slanderer. It would be too cruel to leave your curiosity unsatisfied. Seeing as the inhabitants of this place almost killed you, I gather that something went wrong with this plan of yours. Not at all. Operation Precious Sentinel is in its final stages. The increase in Xenos activity is a vexing yet trivial development in the grand scheme of things. They are supposed to guard the device, but they slept through the intrusion, and only the Catan Shard's emanations can make them stir. Theodore's research destabilized the Shard's prison, and my project only made it worse. Whenever particles of the Catan Shard's energy seep out, many curious phenomena occur. The destruction of the crypt, the warped reality. When I tame the monster, I will order it to stop disrupting the laws of the universe. However, you will not be there to see it, your ladyship. I will have the Catan Shard destroy your body so thoroughly that there won't be the slightest trace left of you. You may find it lamentable, but there's simply no place for the likes of you in the future I'm creating. Interesting. Okay, so at least he doesn't give you an opportunity to negotiate. He's like, nah, you are a heretic, and I know it. Idira's eyes widen. The cold light of prophecy shines in them. The future. The future you are creating, it blinds. It burns. It is filled with the sufferings of millions for the sake of the phantom salvation of billions. Salvation in the bosom of a Xeno nightmare. Woo! Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yo, I'm torn between 1 and 2. Compared to this heresy, my work is child's play. Yo. Death Watch would have killed the whole sector. They are members from all chapters of Marines, and all Space Marines must serve a 10-year period together to fight the most brutal enemies of the Imperium. They are absolutely savage. Ooh! Oh, wow. Yeah, you find what happens to his pack at Ulfar's Act 5 quest. Oh! Like, I need to play in detail. Death Watch and only a few other chapters are that special. 3C and Baltic and you seem all adamant about one. All right, fine. Jeez, compared to this heresy, my work is child's play. Enough, Commander High Slanderer. It will only be heresy if I lose. If I prevail, it will be a triumphant feat in the name of serving humanity from the horrors of this universe, and I will not lose. First, I will kill you. Then I will claim your trophy for myself. And then we shall see what I will do to your precious Imperium. There is not a shred of hatred or disappointment on Kalkazar's face. And you sow such promise too. I blame your heredity. Farewell, Commander High Slanderer. I vow to find and destroy every single seed of corruption you have sown. He glances at his retinue. Execute the heretic. Do I have to literally kill everybody in here? Yeah, 16 people.
Take you down.
All right, that's interesting. But obviously, I should start with you all, huh? So you're level 4. Wow. The Inquisitor is considered to be a level 1 character. That's interesting. Heinrix is level 4. Ulfar is level 3. Ulfar is considered to be a lower level than Heinrix, and they both only have 3-digit health. How is this possible? How is this possible? The game doesn't. Argenta's level 4, but she only has 120 health? What in the hell is going on? Meanwhile, these are the guys, the guys hanging around here, these are the ones I'm going to have to worry about. All right. Odd, to say the least. I'd like to see Kalkazar's face when you say you work as child's play. All right. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Well, you know what? Cassia will stay up here. If Cassia is going to be... okay, wait. Actually, let's back it up a little bit. You know, Cassia will come over here. Cassia will come over here. And therefore, Idira will come over here as well. Yrilet will stay in the middle. He don't care. Pasqal needs to be in cover, so I guess he'll get you over here. Jay will come all the way back here. High Slanderer, it'd be nice to have her in cover. Unfortunately, doesn't seem really all that feasible. So in fact, let's put it back here. Now that I think about it, we need to make sure that Yrilet is not in range. Nobody's in range of what Cassia is about to do. So in fact, we'll put you all the way back here. What makes no sense here is during that reveal, it makes total sense for Ulfar and several others to turn on him mid-fight. I think it makes more sense for Ulfar to deal with heresy first and foremost, right? Like at the end of the day, he's still a space wolf. Before anything else, so he would probably be like, hey, I'm going to deal with this, and then as soon as I'm finished dealing with you with this heresy, I'm going to absolutely obliterate you.
Will do.
1, 2. This is a 1. This is a 4. There we go. And here we are. You know what? Here, let's we good with that? No, we're gonna go all the way down over here. Yeah, that's fine.
I won't die here.
Oh, I forgot to, damn, I forgot to boost myself
Was
up
that
some.
you?
Hello, beautiful. Look at you. What? Oh, I sure did. There were some weird guys hanging around like in the alley directly behind our house. And I didn't like the way they were posted up. He was posted up like a lookout. So I was like, you know, let me go ahead and lock this back door and be sure. My bad. I apologize. You should have called me. I would have came out there. Love you.
But of course.
All right, do this. And
Anything else?
this. Will you play Age of Decadence after you beat Colony Ship? Ooh, you know what? People keep telling me about Age of Decadence. I heard a lot about that. That it's really, really worth playing. So I could see myself doing that for sure. I could absolutely see myself doing that. Oh, I should have done this. Damn, I forgot to do this.
What?
Oh, I forgot.
Was
Wait,
it
no,
you?
she doesn't even. It doesn't calculate properly for her for no damn reason. I don't understand it.
On it.
Let's make sure Cassia stays up. All right, and that's that. And damn, she can't do anything with that third. Oh man, I really wanted Cassia to go first, but it's fine. All right, it's Jay first. Jay will give. What do we want? What do we want? You know what? We're gonna let Cassia handle all them. Okay, Argenta is. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you started.
You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
Who is she gonna work on? I guess I don't know where she's gonna post up at. That's what I'm kind of hesitant on. You know what? You need to
Don't
move.
get too cocky.
But oh, you know what? I know where I'll move you. I'll move you over here, and you could deal with all these people. There we go. That works for me. Okay. And then we'll put this over here.
Am I getting paid for this?
And put that over here. And then we'll put this. Can she see over here? She can. Yeah. And then
Tell
there
me,
we go.
and it is done.
And then bam. And then you.
I need no guidance. What a satisfying demise.
One. And then get you back. We'll move up some. And you know what? She's going to supercharge herself. And then lay down the infernal.
Ruin beckons. A blood-soaked tribute.
And she'll also do this. Oh crap, I forgot to start tagging people. Damn. You're not worth it. You're not worth it. You're not worth it. None of these people that she can actually see are worth it. Oh wait,
One step closer.
Prisoner Enforcer's worth it. You know what? I should have taken you out too. Now that I think about it, but it's fine. I have to
Purpose
make sure
guides
that
me.
you're ready to get slaughtered. There's a game of 40K that deals directly with the Death Watch, but I don't think you'd enjoy it. What's this called? What's this called? Rough Neighborhood? Yeah. You know, I'm in Chicago. You know how it is. Have you heard of Age of Wonders Planetfall? Age of Wonders, that's a strategy game, right? Usually I don't play strategy games.
I need no guidance.
I need like games with a story, beginning, middle, and end.
Ruin
And from my
beckons.
experience, strategy games, it doesn't really work like that. All right, that'll have to do. And well, we could go for defensive if you want. Oh, you know, here. This actually makes more sense. So we'll put that there, and yep, there we go. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Pasqal is next. All right, fine. So you are the one who can actually take advantage of this. And in fact, you can take advantage of this for real. Look at that. 7. Good Lord. Oh, it's not gonna let me take rear. Why is it not letting me take rear? Why? So odd. Alright, whatever. We could do some of that. And we could do some of this. And we can do some of, I guess, we could go ahead and go with this. You know what? Actually,
Running by Heretic
this as well. Alright. Let's go ahead and light some of y'all up.
Request approved.
And ba-bam!
Hardborn predator does not become prey. Running by Heretic
Back
online.
to you. Banishment! Alright. Now, Cassia. She should start with this. So, can she hit you? She can.
I'll paint
Let's start
your
with you.
death in colors.
Uh-huh. And
I would want a satisfying
you're out of here. That's excellent. Ooh, and look at that. Idira is ready again. So Idira actually will come over
There
here.
is movement in the Imperial.
And
Will do.
look at that. Look at that.
Oceans bleed.
And
Anything
do
else?
some of that.
No! These rookie
And
blushes are
it's okay. Do some
choking
of
me.
that. And it's okay. Ooh, look at that. You on the ground? You'll be alright, homie. And are you all already weakened? Yeah, y'all are already weakened. She could do some of this, but we'll leave it at that. Oh, now you get another shot, huh? It's called Space Hulk. I don't think I've heard of that one. What's the bucket trick 3? All right. Let's see. You all. So here, she's gonna come all the way over here,
Amidst the carnage, I find purpose.
and then still use this as an opportunity. Yep, to take out
A
some-
blood-soaked
take out
tribute.
you. Oh, and that actually gave her another turn, huh? That's interesting. Might as well keep doing this until y'all finally decide you're ready to.
Anything else?
Oh, did I accidentally hit Cassia? I sure did, like a dummy. Oh, that's right. Ulfar has that whole thing where he can't be hit for a little while. That's what's happening to him. That's what's happening. That's unfortunate too. Okay, fine. Do this. And Ulfar is down.
On it.
Do this. Yep. All right. Now back to you. See.
Death shall reign.
Move you off the board. All right, now we've got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're low. 6, 7. Oh wait, and there's another one all the way over here. All right, so this is the last. This guy right over here is the last of the really high target ones. Oh, but now Cassia is not going to be available to take care of Calcazar, so
One
it's
step
now or never for
closer.
that. So let's see. He's got, this is 0%.
I
Here
will
we go,
try.
80%.
Accept my offering.
Interesting. And that did a whole lot of nothing, it felt like. So let's try it again. Why not?
I will delight my
There we go.
masters with
Now
your
that went
demise.
much better. Let's do a
Ruin
little bit of
beckons.
this. And
Purpose
do this.
guides me.
Oh, he's down. He's down for the count. He's done for. He is done for. All right. So you know what? We're gonna do this.
I will triumph.
And we are going to do, oh, you know what? I can tag
Purpose
him
guides
now.
me.
Recommend this space. The setting is also great. My favorite faction, Unite Emperor, the Ripcorn on the Father. Each space has a main quest and there's side quests and lore. It's a great game. Definitely must play. Huh, interesting. Grab a butt, pull it over, hit these eyes, and you can rob them blind. Oh, wow. Really? I don't remember that. No special law. One of the duties of the Death Watch besides fighting the Tyranids is plumbing them to get lost tech. Oh, they fight Tyranids. Oh, then they definitely got to be bad dudes.
Ruin beckons.
That. Excellent. Oh, you know what? Did she already put the feed on herself?
I need no guidance.
Let's go ahead and weaken both
I
of you
will
now.
triumph.
And then you know what? We will go ahead. Yeah, because it's going to be a while before Jay has a turn again. We'll go ahead and do this. There we go. That makes a whole lot of sense. And Yrilet is down. Cassia is down. Ooh, and they came back to me? Oh, wait, no, you need a little bit more, huh?
Purpose
Okay,
guides
let's do
me.
this. And then let's do
Ruin
this.
beckons.
And then actually, let's get a wee bit closer and do this. We can't hit both of you at the same time, huh?
One step closer.
Whoa, that did a big fat 0. Not cool. But this, yep, it just barely hit
I
the
will
other
triumph. A blood-soaked tribute.
guy. Okay. Did not deal with you though. How much longer is his stuff gonna last? Who knows? We'll see. You. This is the best I can do for you. I'm so sorry. Here, actually, we don't really need to worry about you for right now. We could deal with some of these other people. Ooh. Why? It won't let me see you, but it'll let me see you. Okay. Good enough. Do that. And then she'll chill, and then it's back to you. And then, oh, you can't move anywhere though. But you can
Purpose
increase your
guides
power.
me.
That works too. And then we can do this and 80%.
Rend the flesh. Shatter
Okay,
the
you're
spirit.
almost done for. Here, let me give you some more help.
I
And there you go. You're now really, for real, officially done for. Now let's come out here. And can we reach you now?
What
We can reach you now. You're down. So we've only got. Oh. And did you take out this other person? You sure did. Look at you. Such a bad girl. All right, now. Nothing we could do about you until your little status passes.
My saga is nearing its glorious end.
Yep. There we go.
So that's what
Whoa! What just happened?
Analysis successful.
All that is fine. He just used a heroic action. Oh, wow.
My strike is
Luckily, I never increased his equipment because I knew this guy would turn on me, but still. Why did...
like a pop.
What happened to Commander Icelander? The thrill of death. Whenever any creature dies in combat, the roll trade and the allies. Yeah, okay, that was after though. Something did. What dealt 128 damage to me? I'm confused. Nothing dealt 128 damage to me, triggering a whole bunch of other things in the process. That's kind of goofy, but okay. On the war, especially ancient, since these ships are from the golden age of humanity, are older. Demons, orcs, and tyranids are usual residents in such dangerous places. You should at least watch the faction intros for Endless Space 2. They are amazing. They're such a Discord. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Then I'll definitely check them out. All right.
anything
that's
else an unfortunate turn of fate.
No, it is too early. The yoke must be activated, or all is lost.
Ooh! The voice coming from the maw of the monstrous machine sounds strangely excited, enchanted even. This is it. The place of our origin. Nomos was born here. Nomos' gaze is trained upon the Catan Shard. I didn't use the Catan Shard in my dogmatic playthrough because Calcazar is strongly against Nomos. It was your strike and your wish to escape your prison that begot us. The mysterious creature that has been your ship's soul for so long turns to face you. But it is you, Commander High Slanderer, who truly ushered us into this world. So let us meet our abominable precursor together, for it is ready to break free. Greetings, Nomos. We are out of time. Now. It escapes now. Oh, damn. I'm sorry. I thought I would have time to ask a question. So in the dogmatic run, Calcazar made me get rid of Nomos before this fight even started, and made it clear that he was strongly against Nomos and considered it heresy. Seems like the shard shot you? No, because it's only just now being free. Yeesh. Whole lot going on in this scene.
Your kind has no place in the galaxy.
All right. Is he dead? Is that what happened? Oh, it looks like he's kind of fried to a crisp. That definitely didn't happen in my first run either. All right. Let's 15,500. I definitely don't remember him having that much health before. He's got the Eye of Oblivion on him, which lowers his stuff a little bit. He can teleport enemies to random positions. A cone-shaped area attack directed at an enemy who lands dealt damage. He could create various copies of himself, and he can swap positions with one of his copies. He cannot be... This creature has immunity to the cannot attack, fatigue, disturb, toxin, perplexed, and horrors of the warp effect. Mental damage dealt to this creature is reduced by 50%, and machine damage is increased by 30%. Oh, machine damage. Creature switches negative effects. It becomes staggered instead of suffering stun, or cannot attack effect. Becomes slowed instead of immobilized, suffers the side deafening effect instead of psychosomatic trauma. And it's immune to prone, so it cannot be stunned. So stun grenades are useless. As long as any shard copy or the energy orb remains each time it's attacked, the Catan shard will gain a stack of reconceptualization and trigger reflective retribution on the attacker. So I don't see any, let's cover. I don't know what those shard thingies are supposed to be, but let's see if we could just attack you straight up and deal with it. Well, Entropy Cannon, his health is over 9,000. Fear is down super trouble, and the Necrons are super pissed. Oh, I leveled up again, and it's not even gonna let me do anything about it. Oh well. Let's see. Commander High Slanderer here. No. You here. Here. Cassia. Right out front. Jay here. Far. We're gonna put you way in the back. Spread y'all out a little bit. And can I control you at all? I don't think I can control you so far. Okay, now. It starts with 4 action points now. Isn't that nice? Mental damage is lowered significantly, so Commander Icelander, it's kind of gonna be all up to you. Make it happen, Captain. Is there any point to this? But wait, why is it? Oh, he gets 3 attacks in 1 round? Isn't that wonderful? All right, let's go ahead and lower you down some. And let's go ahead and just give myself some extra action points because I'm going to need it. And then let's go ahead and light you up and see, or not. It's saying that I would do 0 damage that way. Why 0? Well, maybe it's because he has 250% armor. What is giving him that extra armor? Swaps positions, immunity of deathless. What does it say? We'll gain a stack and trigger reflective retribution. Right, okay, and all of these different turns I saw right here. This is not good. Let's assume Pasqal might be the one who really has to light people up here. Did I already do it? No, I don't think I did. Let's go ahead and no. Here. Wait. His health says 16,250 when it was originally 15,500. What's that about? I don't even know. How are you supposed to fight this? Like, holy moly, this thing would be a match for the Emperor himself. Yeah, it's the final boss of the whole game. And I don't know yet how I'm supposed to fight it, to be honest with you, so...
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Because, again, I did this fight before, but it was,
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I'm pretty sure they buffed it.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Do that. Now, let's debuff you some more. And let's give herself some buffs.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
And then let's see how you like this. Alright, so this at least does some damage.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alright, that's helpful. And
If I may.
I should have put that on Pasqal, but it's fine. So I'll put this on Pasqal, I guess. And yeah. There we go. Do this. And put that there. This. And do this. That helps. You're a machine. You don't like that kind of stuff. That. Oh, that's right. He could do all of these attacks in one go. I forgot about that. So here, let's start with this one. Oh, I could have doubled mine, but that's going to reset all this, so no, we won't do that. 23, 33, what in the hell?
My vow is to serve.
29. What in the hell? Why? This ability cannot be used. I've got 1 action point. What is the problem? Wait a minute. Did I misread this? Every attack action with this plasma gun has a separate cooldown. All of this plasma gun's attack actions can be used in a single turn. I used this one. I still have 3 action points. And this requires 2 action points. I should be able to use that. I should have been able to go through the whole gambit, I think. You know what? I wonder if, oh, you don't have, oh, because I just shot you. So, wow. So that was taking off the exploit, still barely did any damage. Yeah, I should have reduced some of that armor. All right, fine. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. What if the final boss is a katana? Necrons can point, click a part of the galaxy and make it disappear. Sheesh. Alright, so you're here. I can give you an extra turn, right? Yep. So I'm gonna give you this boost.
That with the right incentive.
And then you've already got this sitting here, so you know what? I'm gonna supercharge that.
Don't get too cocky.
It's going to remove the other 2, but that's fine, actually.
Am I getting paid
for this? I'll put this back over here, and then I'll make it easier for you to kill him.
And it is done.
And then I'm going to make it easier for you to bypass all of this defenses.
With the right incentive.
And what is this? Oh, right. I didn't even place rear. Okay. And then I will give you an extra turn.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Excellent. Now you can redo this.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends.
You can redo this. All right. Well, at least we got it down to 4 digits. And you can go ahead and do this. 2839. That's interesting. What does this do? That's interesting. You know what? Let's I don't know how many exploits that. Oh, it's just not gonna allow me.
Contrary to dogmatic protocols.
That's weird. It just doesn't allow me to use exposed weakness, even though I just put. Didn't I just put exploits onto it? No. What happened to its exploits? I just placed exploits on it, and none of its buffs said anything about you cannot place exploits on it. All right, whatever. Let's go ahead and do this. And okay, so he's not going to be the main damage dealer because he is barely chipping away at this health. Barely chipping away. All right, we'll use this, and that'll be that. And then she has this, and whoa! Why isn't it going to let her use this? Why can't she's back with a new turn? I thought it would let me reapply dodge on Cassia, but it's not. Oh, but you know what? Wait, Cassia's turn should have been next. What happened to Cassia's turn? Cassia never got her turn. Okay, this is interesting. Idira's here. Idira probably go back here.
Will do.
All right. Tag. What's all that? It's literally a guessing game at that point. You can't tag? No. Okay.
Anything
tag
else?
you though. So 1, 2, and then she can't do anything to tag that one. So fine. She can buff herself this way. Buff herself this way. And she can, there we go.
Was that you? Or on it?
There we go. And then do a pretty decent amount of damage. How much was that? Yeah, more damage than what
Will do.
old boy was doing. All right, and might as well add
But
a
of
little
course.
bit more. Oh. All right. Commander High Slanderer. You can
I
also
will
weaken
triumph.
this. We've already got the speedy thing, that's fine.
Purpose guides me.
Do some of that, and even though it said that do like 70 damage, it actually did a whole
need
lot
no
of
guidance.
nothing. But that's okay. We're gonna move forward.
I will
We're just
triumph.
gonna let that go. And then, are you serious? It's only gonna do 6 damage.
Purpose. Rend the flesh. Shatter
Look at that
the
little bitty
spirit.
bit that it did. Good lord. Okay. 19 damage. That helps. There we go. I like that. Like that. I'm kind of a fan of that, y'all. I'm kind of a fan of that. I'm kind of feeling that a little bit. In fact, can we buff you up a little bit? Yeah, we can buff you up. There you go. Give you a little bit of health. And there we go. Keep you on your feet. And then let's go ahead and
Will do.
You're almost up out of here. And then we'll go ahead and also I can't she can't move, can she? Damn. This main enemy, yeah, he's already been debilitated enough, so just move on to the next turn. Fine. Oh, I bet Norm's supposed to kill this thing. We'll see. Get through. What's going on, man? How are you? Back to you. You killed this thing. You could use your heroic act. Ooh, Yrilet the Cruel. Is he on his feet? Where's Yrilet the Cruel? Oh, he's right next to him? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and chill. Chill out. Oh, wait. We can do this, though. Yeah, we can do a little bit of,
I will try.
There we go. And can we give you... Yeah, we can give you a little extra. And... Can I tag you? No? Oh, I can tag you.
Closer.
Yeah, that's not really good, but whatever. Alright, fine.
Laughable.
You're on the Cruel. You know what? You need a buff? No. You need a buff? No. You need a buff? You do. You range. Oh, he's not gonna let... Wait, it's not possible that I got all of them. 1, 2. Oh, okay, so that these two I already got. The other one's out of range, and you're probably out of range as well. Okay, it's fine. What do I want? For... Oh, wait, you know what? You being out of range is a problem. There we go. So here. Okay, so you don't need that. Fine. Here, we'll give you some extra damage. And you know what? We're gonna give you something to think about. Why is it? It's always pink cars that they throw out. You could benefit. Ooh, you know what? That might not have been a good idea. I just realized that might prevent me. If she goes in cover, it might prevent me from being able to give her an extra turn. So I'm gonna just have to chill there. And then, yep, and then we'll give you an extra turn. Excellent. Now, you're gonna come over here for me. Let's make sure. Yep, you got access to him. So we'll deal with you first.
Of course.
And then it's on. You got a turn now, right? Can you go ahead and just yeah, 0 out of 5. You're still not doing all that much. Do I have...
Through chaos I stride.
I'm not doing anything to you. You know what I could? I can't even do that. Damn.
Ruin beckons.
Annoying. Oh yeah. Let's increase the fire damage until finally we get to the point that it's doing the type of damage we want it to. Wow. 0 out of 100. At most 1. What is going on? Why? Oh, you know what? Here, we got that.
Purpose.
Yeah, this random one is doing more damage than the one I'm supposed to be using. Here, we'll just, and that's doing more damage than Inferno. Why?
Damage a star.
So let's just pay attention to what we can control. So I'll deal with you. And then give you one more dose. Okay, you need one more. That's no problem. I got you.
Will do.
Excellent. Oh, crap. This is bad positioning, isn't it? Sure is. Sure is. Could have done that a little bit better. Could have done that a little bit better. Damn. And I don't have a good way around anything. Here, I guess I'll just buff Pasqal. I know you had an issue with Pyro being very weak earlier. She's been able to scale, or she's still kind of under power. She is a monster now. So pretty much by the middle of Act 2, once you get your staff and Psi rating 2, Pyro is off to the races. Really, really cool stuff. It just takes way too long to get it up to where it needs to be. Unknown, what's going on? I think the Heretic run was fantastic in Act 4. I think the Heretic run has some really, really nice highs. I don't think it's as consistent as Dogmatic is, but it reaches some highs that Dogmatic doesn't quite get to. So I've definitely enjoyed my time with it. Yeah, this isn't... Yeah, there's nothing that's going to allow me to get an angle on it, so I'm just screwed. I'm just screwed. Alright, you... Oh, I could have just used go for the throat, but whatever. It's fine, done that. You know what? We'll do this. Excellent. And then, let's break their ranks. Press the advantage. I guess we'll use that. Sure, go ahead. Still none of this, right? None of this is gonna work properly for it. Yeah, could have done this a little bit better. That's fine. Target's not. Oh, that's right. You got to be under a certain amount of experience points for that. All right. Let's go ahead and let it go. What? It gave us. Oh, it re-upped the clip. But it doesn't give us what we, you know what? No, that's fine. Here, we'll give you this. And then we'll give you this. And we'll give you, oh no, she already took an extra turn. Did Pasqal take an extra turn? You took an extra turn, you took an extra turn. You might have taken an extra turn. Oh, it might be that the only person who hasn't taken an extra turn yet is Cassia. Here we go. And then you will let me do this. There we go. Now let's give you an extra turn. But you can only move a very short ways away.
Step aside.
but
The navigator is coming. In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
Well, actually, this depends. Oh, there we go. Now my fire damage is finally at the level it's supposed to be.
I my offering.
Of course, as soon as my fire damage starts acting right, the nonsense starts. 90%.
I will end the satisfying demise.
Get away from me. All right. Yeah. Increase that. Give me some more fire. Give me more flame. And let's do that. 100%.
Rend the flesh, shatter the spirit.
Still doesn't look like it's quite doing as much as it should be doing, but we're getting there.
Purpose guides me.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
One step closer.
I could go ahead and use my heroic action, but I'm gonna leave that to Jay. I'll let Jay be the one to use the heroic action. All right, you did what you could. Do you got more movement now? No, you do not. Okay, the next person who's gonna be able to. Can't give it to her either. I should have given this to you beforehand.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
You still have the eye on you? Yeah, you got the eye, and I put the other defensive one on you, yep. So, there's really nothing good for you to do. Because I don't want you to move out of that square. That square significantly increases how much damage you take. So, I'm gonna just chill. What does this do? Decreases veil degradation. All allies gain. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, fine. Let's do that. Let's do that. And there. Now it's back to you. Can you... It won't let you charge into him? Alright, you know what? Oh, here we go. Fine. That felt paltry. Alright, Pink Horror. Oh, that's right. You can do this, which is going to decrease their deflection armor by 10%. I'll take it. 72. And did Nomos ever act? Like, we're about to go into round 2, so I assume he acted, but I never saw him do anything. Whatever. Okay. Cassia. Give herself some
I am a
more of
navigator,
this
not a
goodness.
servitor.
And then, yeah, go ahead and unload on him.
Isn't this a job for the
357.
serfs?
That said 0, but I saw his health go down, so I'm not sure what that's about.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I didn't see it go down that time though. And now I can't do it anymore. And unfortunate. Alright. We already knew that. She's underwhelming against bosses. It just is what it is. Alright. You. Still there.
Request approved.
That. Jazz it up some.
Comprehends all.
Reapply this.
Running binary override.
Light you up for sure.
To serve.
Give you more
Running
exploits.
binary override.
Reduce your damage and do some damage to you.
Cannot damage yourself.
Make it easier to hit you. Use the souped up version of this. 209. And yep, still doesn't give me extra attacks. Not cool. Alright, Jay. Jay will first. Do you need this? No, you don't. First thing she's gonna do
I
is
can do
let
that
you move.
with the right incentive.
Alright, you're gonna move over
I
here.
know what
Probably
is
makes
to
more
come.
sense, right? Yeah. And then she can move over here. And then she will give you. She can give you
Don't
this.
get too cocky.
Actually, probably makes more sense for you.
They'll
Yeah,
write
you're
legends
the one
about
who should
me.
have the extra turns. Here we go.
Sow the seeds of discord.
Here we are. And do you have? I can't tell. There's so many buffs on you. 100% right now. So
I will delight my masters with your demise.
that still seems kind of underwhelming, doesn't it? And 8 through 26. Wait, no.
I
let's
need
do all
no
this as well.
guidance.
And then this. There we go. And it still just says 8
I
through
will
26.
accept my offering.
5100. And this is the only one left.
Beckons.
Maybe Nomos is bugged. Remember that flesh creature you got in the Drakari arena? It didn't do much either. Possible. Anything is possible. Do this. Somebody needs some help. Guess not. Okay, fine. Did that. Dive that on. So here, we'll put
I
this
can do
on
that
you.
with the right incentive.
And we'll give you this extra turn. And I'm just curious. So you were doing 432 a pop. Not sure, how that compares. Do you have... I need to make sure. Do you have... Oh, you do have 2 science and 4 warning. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess we'll just do this for you then. Fine. 409, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Will
Yeah,
do.
there we go. A little bit more. A little bit more. We're almost down to 3K. And cool. Now she will come up here. Oh, that's right. She can do a little pew pew. 146, maybe a little bit help. All right, what is he gonna do now? He's gonna heal himself a little bit more, and then he's gonna create an energy orb. Now Nomos is doing something. Nomos appeared to be doing something. It came to his turn, and Nomos uses the ability Breath of Fatality, which grants his boon to allies. Breath of Fatality. Destroy the weak. That's from me. The Thrill of Death. Vortex Pendant. That's what she had. Panoply of the Assassin. I don't see where... Cataclysm, right. Reflective Retribution, right. Men Reality. Yeah, okay. Interesting. What's going on, JV? How are you? Appreciate it. Thanks for the compliment. Right. Ooh, it's this fight. Yep. We're finally here. All right. What is this? This is an energy orb. Yeah, we don't like
Anything
orbs
else?
around here. So let's go ahead and yep, and weaken it as well.
Will do.
Well, that was an on-4. Oh, okay, you did get back up. There's that at least. And then
But
destroy that. There we go. And Yrilet is on the floor permanently. Oh well. I don't know completely remember what that orb does, but I'm sure it's absolutely terrible, and we don't want to find out. So
I will
let's
try
go
to
back to it.
align my
You're almost there. What? Take the victim's place. What's the disintegrating shard copy? Eroding shard. How much health do you have? 1861. So I could use her to free her if I wanted to. Interesting. Somebody's at very, very low health. Come on. I want to let me see. That's him. Why does it stop scrolling back up? All right, you're coming up next, and then it'll be you. You got 1,000 health. I think the best bet is probably go ahead and take you out, right? Oh yeah, because I'm doing 800 damage to you right there. So yeah, absolutely.
Your efforts amuse me.
Yep, let's see if I can just take you out ASAP. And let's see, how much health do you have? 400? Ooh.
None will stand against me.
I'll take it. I will take it. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Hydraulics are failing.
The ancient monster struggles against the energy manacles of the yoke. Its impossible powers that make reality itself burst at the seams are now being forced into a compact dungeon, cork by cork, returning it to a cruel and painful non-existence in the moment. It could struggle harder, but something is hindering it. You are the cause of these hindrances. Only now does the Catan Shard turn its focus to you, for the battle was nothing more than the reflexive resistance of an alien mind absorbed in a completely different range of thoughts and responses. But now, it is thinking about you, and its thoughts are so corporal that you can sense them and know them. It seeks an end to the confrontation. It is capable of resolving it in a way that would benefit all. More and more tears appear all over the shard's form. As the yoke absorbs its power, it becomes increasingly harder for the shard to maintain its physical structure. Each imperfection you inflict brings the star predator closer to imprisonment. Do not bow your head before our abominable precursor. It was begotten by the dark obsesses of the past. It is a fragment of that which devoured stars and erased civilizations. It knows no benefit other than its own. Allow us to stand against it. This is our time. Our impossible chance. As yet another layer of reality cracks, a figure appears before you. Her. After giving you a probing and appraising look, Theodora permits herself a slight smile. Ha ha ha! Try to touch Theodora. Particles of reality around you begin to boil, trying to heal the wound upon existence and preventing her from entering your version of reality. You and she can exchange words, thoughts, glances, but a physical connection is an impossibility. You are merely fleeting phantoms that could scatter at any moment, She is silent, her gaze still trained on you, as if she is trying to commit your every feature to memory. I am at a crossroads, Theodora. What should I do? Her smile grows wider, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns, through pain to greatness. The wound on reality is healed, and the vision of Theodora quickly fades away. You catch her last words. Whatever fate you choose, one can only hope it will be better than mine. Think about the Catan. Maybe I shouldn't do that though. I consign you to oblivion without end monster, you shall bend to my will. Nomos. If our birth ever had a purpose, then it is here and now. Why do you call the shard your precursor? Because that is what it is, and what we are. We have told you before about Theodora's ambition, Armanat's mind, the ship's cradle, and Epitaph's secret. One sprouted into another and spurred yet another. Thus, Nomos was born. We were but an echo of the shard's power, an echo that left its prison, but we have become something so much more with your help. What do you intend to do? Clash with the precursor, touch it, absorb it, so that the reflection becomes the object reflected, so that the shard becomes Nomos. Then, and only then, will its threat be eradicated forever. Do you think you can do this, Nomos? And what will happen afterwards? We stand at the threshold of probabilities and outside the bounds of the predictable. It is beyond possible to know whether we can or cannot. But we are burning to try. How can we refuse such a feast? I have made my decision. You can sense the shard's reaction, observation, analysis, and an almost intangible anxiety. Let's see. I've never seen this as heretical. This is going to be interesting. No, no. Submitting seems so retarded of a choice. I don't feel like it's giving me explicitly heretical option. Really. Like, I guess because even deliver the final blow, you shall bend to my will, that's the same thing that the Inquisitor wanted to do. I honestly thought I'd be able to use the sword of heresy that I have and stab the monster with it and let chaos reign. But it doesn't feel like I'm getting that option either. Letting Nomos consume him is super heretical. Nomos, no. 3 seems to agree. All right, fine. Face Nomos. Act now, my child. We crave battle. It will be sweet. Nomos steps towards the shard, and the whole world explodes into a terrifying whirlwind. You can hear the colors and see the touches. Ice burns your hands, while fire leaves you freezing. And in the midst of this madness, you can clearly sense a battle raging, a clash of 2 beings, one endlessly ancient and the other endlessly young. Woo. The power of the Catan shard is such that it redefines the very notion of power. But it has a weakness, one that you can only see now, with the shard and its rival standing face to face. The shard is just that, a shard. It is incomplete, it is not whole, and it cannot be what the Catan was before. What opposes the shard is something entirely different, an undivided, sentient being with a clear purpose in mind, akin to a well-aimed arrow. And the one who flexed and loosed this arrow was you. The battle goes on and on and on, outrunning the course of time. But you do not need the gift of clairvoyance to know who will emerge victorious. The The Catan Shard was transmuted. Ooh, wait. You became a Voter 3 heretical. So I beat the game on daring. Oh, as a heretic, and I raised my own abomination. Ooh. Cosmic, what's going on? You're just in time for the ending. The Catan Shard was transmuted into a new form, and their name was Nomos. Possessing the power of an ancient being and nurtured by the rogue trader, the young star god watched over the Coronis Expanse, their new domain, with curiosity. The Coronis Expanse became the hunting grounds of the new wicked sovereign of the Von Valencius dynasty. From the ruins of the old order, a new kingdom was born, one that worshipped the dark gods of the warp. The formation of a new gargantuan punitive squadron began in the Calixis sector. However, no one knew if it would make it through the furious warp storms of the Great Rift. Nomos did not have long to learn their new powers. At the bidding of the dark gods, Commander Highlander Von Valencius imprisoned them within the yoke, turning them into her shackled monster. The strange entity, imbued with a sliver of a star god's power, was beyond the reach of the rulers of the warp, and as such, they were dangerous and destined to be enslaved. Damn! Oh, snap! When the rogue trader rebelled against the Imperium, she united heretics and enemies of the Creed in the expanse around her. No one was brave enough to challenge the mistress of the enslaved stellar beast. Under the rogue trader's iron rule, a new legion of the ruinous powers was forming, welded together by fear and obedience. The unholy blessing of the dark gods fell on the shoulders of the rogue trader, showing everyone that she was their champion, destined to bring the expanse under their rule. But it is well known that the favor of the lords of the warp is fickle. Having lost its leader and lacking a worthy successor, the Chorda dynasty began to weaken. The grim legacy of the abominable Aspis revealed itself, and the Protectorate fell into chaos. Grasping claimants tore the defenseless Dements apart. After openly embracing the patronage of the Skull God, Caligos Winterscale swept over the expanse like a fiery tornado, bombing peaceful planets and destroying void ships. His dynasty's realm became a nest of piracy and heresy that required immediate purging. The cult of St. Drusus continued its indefatigable struggle to spread the faith around the expanse and expose the vile transgressions of the authorities. The stronger and wealthier a planet was, the less its rulers wanted to see the black-clad preachers. Riots and assassinations pushed the cult to the place where it felt most confident, the frontier. My, oh my, I told you the Catan are beyond the Chaos God's power. Yeah, that's awesome. I have good ideas. I look forward to finding out the grisly consequences of wearing the crown. Nice. It worked out. Their calls to rally against the evil breeding in the Von Valencius Protectorate were answered by thousands of the righteous, but noble authorities were deaf to their summons. The nauseating breath of Grandfather Nurgle poisoned the sermons of Reverend Hieronymus, preaching the omnipresence of rot and taint. He no longer called for purification, but tormented the souls of his flock instead. Fallen into despair and craving solace, his people were willing to bow to any force that could promise peace and relief from their suffering. In the following years, the Cognizant's fleet slowly and deliberately left the explored systems of the Expanse for the furthest remote regions. Observation stations and claimed worlds were abandoned, and even Euphrates II became derelict. Statistical divination warned the fleet's conclave of the grim events awaiting the Expanse, and they decided to deliver their fellows from the coming storm. Yet, they did not share the truth with the lay people. The schism of discontinuing the cycle engulfed the entire Cognizant's fleet, and soon the Civil War was over. Disregarding the commandments of their forefathers, the exploratours started down a dangerous path of new comprehension, creation, and revision of procedures and algorithms. The fleet was united once more, and in its unity, it was ready to stare down any horror standing in the way of the catechism of maintenance and operation. Magos Dominus Opticon 22, one of the first to hail the return of the Messiah, took the helm of the Mother Squadron of the Cognizant's fleet. Unquestioningly embracing the teaching of discontinuing the cycle, he personally saw to the crushing of any renegades who did not accept the Messiah's word as truth, and earned himself the identifier Chrome Scourge. Fascinating. In my dogmatic run, I turned away from Armanat and told Pasqal to just be his regular self and to abandon these principles. And as a consequence, Opticon 22 was kicked out of the Explorator fleet. The crisis in the Expanse dealt a serious blow to the business interests of the Fellowship of the Void. Having no powerful allies, they retreated into the darkness of frontier systems. The hard light they faced there forged them into a new tribe, furious, wild, and willing to do anything for survival. They swore to return and retake what had once been theirs. As their enemies' activities ramped up, the Fellowship of the Void required more powerful allies. Old Rizza, with other pirates following suit, embraced the blasphemous doctrine of the Dark Gods, and her ships became immune to the damage caused by harsh warp storms. If prior accusations of the pirates' widespread worship of the ruinous powers had been wildly exaggerated, with every passing year, they became closer to the truth. Violence throughout the Expanse put many on their guard, and as a result, the Casbalika mission's business declined. Soon, rumors surfaced among the cold traders about a so-called commission that had made it through the Maw and into the Expanse. Its professed purpose was to audit assets and take measures to restructure operations. These words carried with them an ominous threat. Bladam Takora, as Liege of Footfall, survived 14 assassination attempts and thwarted no less than 2,000 schemers before a shot finally took his life. The esteemed Liege's funeral was held in great secrecy, with only his closest entourage being permitted to view his corpse, which spawned some peculiar rumors. Bladam, who had formerly stayed clear of those suspected of heresy and dealings with corrupted goods, changed his mind with time. The mission ships not only brought contraband to different worlds, but they also transferred suspicious individuals clutching books bound in strange hide. Not everyone liked it, but no one was brave enough to challenge the orders of the terrifying Vacamo. The Imperial Navy was wary of the rise of the Von Valancius. They saw themselves as dogs guarding the flock of the Emperor's subjects, and there was a new master of the pack. Therefore, the dynasty was watched with utmost diligence, and the admirals feared that one day they would have to go to war against the rogue traitor. Chartist Captain Arstorius Thorfast founded the Thorfast and Companions Merchant Company, excelling in trade and requiring a substantial escort fleet. After 3 decades, he traveled to the Maw to return to the Imperium in hopes of obtaining the fabled warrant of trade. It is not known how this venture ended. When the rogue trader's apostasy became apparent, the Imperial Navy fulfilled its duty and fought the Von Valancius dynasty. The Battle of Dargonis ended in resounding defeat, and the surviving ships fled to distant systems. Disheartened but not broken, the captains vowed to rebuild their force and plan raids into the apostate territory. Dargonis continued to grow for 2 decades until a terrifying rebellion put a decisive end to its prosperity. A genetic anathema known as the Gene Stealer cult infiltrated the hives of Dargonis and tried to take over the world. Millions were exterminated in purges and street battles, destroyed many hives, setting Dargonis back centuries and depriving it of its chance to become the capital of the Expanse. I'm pretty sure Abelard's quest is supposed to deal with that. And because we didn't do Abelard's quest, we never got an opportunity to address this. That kind of sucks. There was also a side world where you visit a ship that Gene Stealers have taken over. And I don't think we ever found that ship on this heretical run. And I'm wondering if there's some heresy options I chose that blocked me from being able to get to that place. Icelander, I brought up AI and got then enslaved. Today was a good day. Absolutely. Oh my God, yeah, Gene Stealers, you see it during the campaign. It's not Abelard, it's a world event. Do I have time for one more game? Nope. I'm supposed to be leaving around 5:45, so this is actually going to be ending right on time, Lennon. The foulness that festered in the depths of Kiavagama was patient. Its tentacles crept into workshop after workshop, capturing Magos after Magos. The words of Ben-Harak mantras were distorted, and the algorithmic catechisms was compromised. Beneath the shell of iron, a vile worm gnawed at the world's heart. Kiavagama grew and new manufactorums were founded, until disturbing reports started to trickle in many years later. It seemed that someone had secretly taken control of the colony, shrouding in it a tangle of conspiracy. Neither inquiries nor threats to tech priests or executions helped. Someone in the shadows was weaving their web and making secret plans. Janus was conquered, the Xenos spirits were exorcised, and the wilderness was subdued. The fields grew until they covered the entire planet, and billions of tons of provisions were harvested there. Janus had become the breadbasket of the Expanse, and to threaten it would be to condemn millions to starvation. The nobility of the Expanse appreciated the idyllic conditions of the pearl-like paradise world. White castles rose above the agri-complexes in their mud, and the shining knights of Janus gifted the sector with many a hero who covered themselves in glory. Vistenza Viat's reign was long and bloody. The Prince of Pleasure bestowed the secrets of metamorphosis upon her, and Janus's nature was transformed. An endless string of serfs was sent into her palace, their blood, flesh, and souls consumed in experimentation or endless revelry. Over the years, Vistenza's body became covered in scales, becoming long and sinuous. She no longer left her lair, which was filled with specimens of delicious degradation and corrupted wisdom. The minds of Vabos 6 grew deeper and deeper, and soon the planet became the darkest and most frightening colony of the Expanse, the final stop for the exiled and the damned. The brutal, hardened inhabitants of the Death World feared neither humans nor Xeno horrors, knew no mercy, and were known as the most fearsome fighters in the sector, who had traded their lives for the right to lead the eternal darkness of the mines. Guarded, luxurious palaces were built under the climate dome, shrouded by clouds of poison. They housed so many powerful blackguards, persecuted aristocrats, and wealthy scoundrels that Vabos 6 gained unimaginable political influence. Such grand and sinister deeds were done there that before long, the grim Death World was spoken of as the new political center of the Expanse. After recovering from Chorda's regime, Footfall reclaimed its status as the trading hub of the Expanse. Having learned a bitter lesson, Vladam Takora created the Footfall Partisans Militia, a well-equipped mercenary army that answered only to him. A modicum of order returned to the station. The changes that the Von Valancia's dynasty brought to Footfall endured on the station long after. The time of iniquity declared by the rogue trader turned Footfall into a nest of depravity. Peaceful traders could hardly find a place to dock among the pirate ships, and merchants no longer even bothered to wipe the blood from their ill-gotten goods. The Imperial Navy tried to free Footfall from this bane 3 times, each time retreating with heavy losses. The Drusian preachers dwelling on the station turned into grim ascetics, ridden with ulcers and swelling with disease. Many voidsmen looking for redemption were attracted to the new forbidding image of the cult. Rumors abounded that the recurring technical breakdowns poisoning entire asteroids were the work of the Drusians, who led their flock through suffering to faith, a new faith. Liege Takara, under a secret oath of loyalty to the rogue trader, slowly but surely corrupted the station. During the restoration of the magnificent statue of the God Emperor, his craftsmen introduced faults in the structure that were invisible to the naked eye. Yet, years later, astropaths noted that the light of the Astronomicon was greatly dimmed around Footfall. The corrupted harvest from Janus was reaped in Footfall's agro-chapels. The food cooked from it sowed the seeds of corruption among the station's citizens and bred ferocity in all things. Hedonistic cults appeared seemingly out of nowhere all over the station, the most prominent among them being the cult of the Blessed Harvest. It took it upon itself to cultivate tainted crops so that everyone could taste the fruit of true faith. The Rycat system turned into a purulent wound of corruption, poisoning the Expanse. The surreal energies of the yawning Warp Legion held its plans together even in the absence of the gravitational pull of the star, defying the very laws of existence. Immense depravity took root on Rycat Minors, and it poured out into other systems with vile glee. I was like, it's a war, nothing to do with the heresy. It's a sector you can go back to. The Gene Stealers are the beginning of a Tyranid invasion? Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to keep that in mind the next time I run into them during the game. The cult of the Final Dawn gladly submitted to their new leader from the Von Valencia's dynasty. They saw in her the promised harbinger of the final daybreak, whose light would change the expanse forever. Seeing a true champion of the dark gods in the rogue trader, the word bearers established themselves in the Von Valencia's denizens. Thousands of scribes scratched away on data slates, slowly losing their minds as they recorded the words of unholy teachings, and thousands of voxes broadcast the word bearers' hideous sermons across the expanse. Yrilet the Cruel was not an advisor to the rogue trader for long. During a session of vile worship with his mistress, he was struck by a vision that was equally frightening and awe-inspiring. The terror instilled in the heart of the hardened heretic was so profound and incomprehensible that Yrilet promptly embarked on a journey. The Eye of Terror itself was his goal. There, he hoped to find someone who could interpret the vision that had overwhelmed him. No one could say if fate would ever lead him back to the expanse, or if the rogue trader would accept him. If it did, what's the Eye of Terror? Rumors of the rotting remains of an Aldari craft world spread around the expanse. Explorators, privateers, Casbalika agents, and anyone hungry for easy money will all rush to the frontier systems to vie for a piece of the prize. Some were swallowed by the warp, while others perished in skirmishes with their rivals. The most skilled and fortunate returned empty-handed after decades of searching. The colossal ship, as big as an imperial world, simply vanished, as if it had never existed. But the legend of the forbidden treasure lived on and continued to bring daring souls to ruin. Half a century later, the expanse trembled to the echo of Aldari war songs. Myriad war bands appeared out of nowhere, leaving a trail of bodies in their wake before disappearing into webway gates, masterfully hidden from the eyes of Monkey. The children of Assyrian had come to avenge the death of the craft world Kudarak. Their woeful retribution lasted many decades until both races were war-worn and out of blood to spill. Somewhere on the underside of reality lay Kamara, woven from manifold other dimensions and illuminated as always with the light of stolen suns, its streets ever filled with screams and agony. Any misfortune experienced by the Dark City became another scar on its appalling face, lost among thousands of other vile blemishes. As long as pain pulsed in its blood-soaked spires, the insatiable and unshakable Kamara continued its flight through the webway, along with its unchanging ruler, the leader of the Cabal of the Black Heart, and the most dangerous of all Drukhari, Asdrubal Vect. After the rogue trader's visit, dimensional rifts opened around the spire of the Reaving Tempest, flooding the streets of Kamara with daemons. This incursion terrified Kamara. The Cabal of the Black Heart managed to stop it, but some Archons saw the event as a sign of their leader's weakness. Others interpreted it as a grim omen for the entirety of the Dark City. Perhaps they were right. Not all the abominations from the Immaterium that broke into the spire of the Reaving Tempest were hunted down. Entities that served the edge of daybreak hid in the darkest corners, making plans for the further destruction of the Dark City and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. They knew the opportunity would present itself very soon. The fall of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest united Kamara for a brief and bloody moment. The elites of the Dark City set their squabbles aside and found a new game in tearing apart the domain of Archon Ymirez. The fate of the Reaving Tempest reminded the other Cabals that nothing lasts forever in the Dark City, save the city itself. In the end, the Call of the Fatal Thirst did not recover from the daemon's bloodbath in the arena. After losing all of its succubi, it became an easy target, and soon the entire arena, along with its spectators, died in a sudden and surprisingly rapid dimensional collapse, sending the screaming Xeno souls right into the maw of She Who Thirsts. This is such amazing insights. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the ending. I feel like they did a great job of covering the vast majority of things you do in the game. Just really, really awesome stuff. The Eye of Terror is a massive break in reality. It's the gateway to and from the warp. The Eye of Terror is a massive terror that serves as a big old portal between warp and real space. Imagine that one would be pretty bad. Space is the same thing as the world womb, but in space. Wow. Leaving the Necron systems behind, the Star God vengefully obliterated every tomb world of the ancient Xenos race. The old hatred of the Catan, betrayed by their deathless servants, whispered inside him. Wait, isn't the Star God the one who's trapped? Isn't he trapped with Nomos? Nomos took him over and trapped him, right? He shouldn't be obliterating anything. The voice of Vox Master Vigdis Suri Oda of the Ptolemon dynasty was long heard in the Coronis expanse. Its echo embedded itself in the Vox frequencies of the worlds the rogue trader visited, driving those who had the misfortune of hearing it mad. Through deranged laughter and wretched weeping, the message could be heard: Valancius comes. As the years passed, Master Helmsman Rayvor's ill temper became even more unbearable. Continuing his never-ending watch on the bridge, he tormented any member of the crew whom he deemed not sufficiently diligent in fulfilling their duties. Holding the helm with his many hands, he woefully pronounced grim prophecies, filling hearts with despair. As the years passed, High Factotum Jamrus Damrock became so corpulent that he was unable to leave his chambers, preferring to administer affairs through messengers. His monumental body could not squeeze onto the common decks, which was for the better. The High Factotum's taste, both refined and hideous, represented a flagrant example of moral depravity and proved too odious for even the rogue trader's crew to witness. Urban Dreimstein cared more about preserving the influence of his line than the well-being of the Protectorate. His blind ambition lost him his governor's seat and the respect of his family. Within a few generations, one of the largest houses of Dargonis turned into an obscure family of petty aristocrats. Toriana Gaprak missed the moment when her family, which had previously functioned like a well-oiled machine, started to fall apart, racked by infighting. Among her distant relatives, many blamed Toriana for the Kiavagama disaster. Soon, the Gaprak family splintered into warring factions and spent centuries locked in a violent struggle, only occasionally punctuated by futile attempts to reunite the house. Profane orders issued by the rogue trader in defiance of the commandments of the God Emperor pushed Makaria Sarabak to betray his mistress. But the traitor in the making was turned over to the rogue trader by the son of a zealous aristocrat. No longer held back by his father's authority, Hetka Sarabak, as the new head of his house, was quick to indulge in new opportunities previously beyond his reach. The death of House Rosarian was met with silent glee by the nobility on Dargonis. Their ravenous hunger was whetted. Corruption, larceny, and the loss of control over the capital fleet led to economic collapse, not only on the capital world, but throughout the Protectorate as well. Okay, so yeah, they're basically treating it as if I failed this quest, but I was never allowed to continue with it. Interesting. I tell you, it's way worse. It's way worse, but like everything chaos related for the K, it does nothing. Doesn't actually do anything. Interesting. Peaches, what's going on? How are you? I Factotum should use more place. Oh yeah, the Factotum fell to Slanesh. Also, I found an Age of Empire faction that they seems tyrannous. Nice. The whole crew can turn to chaos. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that you don't really see that until the end. But the ending slides are fantastic. The retribution that Nocturne of Oblivion promised the rogue trader arrived when relentless Aldori Avengers swept down on the Von Valancia's Protectorate. In their wake, several Holocron troops performed the monstrous and mesmerizing bloody melody of coals fading in the night that bathed Janus in the sorrow and fury of the playwright in a horned mask. After months of searching, Dargonis wardens found the remains of Achilles Scalander on the lowest levels of the hive. Drukhari artifacts and records discovered beside him indicated that the agent of the Inquisition had been compromised and was working for the Xenos. After losing his family, Abelard Rosarian continued his service under the rogue trader. The embittered Seneschal established tyrannical rule on his decks. Several years later, he died at the hands of crewmen revolting against his draconian decrees and punishments. Wow, completely lost himself. The Expanse was falling ever further into darkness, surrendering to the power of the enemies of humanity. But even in the deepest shadow, a spark can be found. A white-haired maiden carrying a silver star and with a charred shard of an Aquila at her waist began to enter the dreams of the faithful across the sector. She inspired the bold to rise up against the forces of the archenemy, and for the frail, the sick, and those tormented in captivity, she offered solace and words of strength to embolden them in face of suffering. Enjoying the privileges of the Marcanum Tabula Officiale, Jay Hadari found her way into the heart of the Expanse's underworld. She became known as the Baroness of Shadows, having amassed so much wealth and influence, she came to control the economic fate of the sector. Even to the most powerful figures in the Expanse were forced to reckon with and despise her. For a long time, Jade was able to thwart the attempts on her life, until one day she disappeared. But many continue to believe that she still rules the Expanse from shadows even deeper than before. Heinrix Van Kalax, interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, gave his life fighting the enemy of humanity, rogue trader Von Valancius, who betrayed the Imperium and bowed down before forces hostile to mankind. In her journeys with the rogue trader, Cassia Arcilio experienced all the hardships and delights of the galaxy. The invaluable experience and new knowledge helped her to finally conquer her fears and accept herself and her powers. The Lady Navigator became Novator of her house, tasked with addressing the consequences of Tisiphony's rule and the chaos that followed her disappearance. For the duration of her reign, she patiently worked on uniting the feuding branches of the house, forging alliances and expanding the influence of House Arcelio. Years later, House Arcelio was racked by a wave of brutal murders. Unknown assailants butchered navigators, gouging the atlases from their chests. Novator Cassia shut herself in her chambers for many days. When she emerged, she wielded the most fearsome weapon House Arcelio had ever seen. She had transformed the Starway Atlas itself into an instrument of destruction. With it, she was able to exterminate the various Xenos encroaching on her house. After celebrating her victory, to everyone's astonishment, she suddenly decided to continue the research that Novator Tisiphone had started, though it was no secret that she had held it in great contempt in the past. The Novator knew that the Starway Atlas was slowly becoming twisted, that the Xenos would doubtless return, and that she had a duty to protect her house. Idira Talas pledged her loyalty to the ruinous powers to save her damned soul and allow herself to merge with the voices that had been directing her for so long. For centuries, the many-faced monstrosity she eventually turned into guided the rogue trader on the path of corruption with wicked prophecies spoken by its innumerable mouths. Only Commander Heinslander Von Valancius herself could decipher a single truthful message from the thousands of profane utterances in the maddening cacophony of voices. And announcing the discontinuing of the cycle, the Armagnac Collective instilled terror in the hearts of those who revered the theorems of purity, but it gave hope to others. After gathering its disciples and recruiting several soldiers from vassal planets, it ventured to the worlds of the Screaming Vortex and to the infernal forges of the Dark Mechanicus. This march of re-indoctrination was meant to seize the stolen secrets of the Omnissiah from the hand of the heretics, temper the coal in the fire of battle, and transform it into a tool for both eradication and comprehension. The fleet disappeared into the darkness, and only rare echoes of its astropathic messages were ever intercepted. Having walked the thorny path by the rogue trader's side, Yrilet met her end on an altar as an offering to She Who Thirsts. Her soul was wounded by the Lord Captain's monstrous betrayal, but the suffering did not last long. The dark deity soon consumed her. The noble space wolf Ulfar ultimately found the honorable death he so longed for. He died in a fight with the rogue trader, who had betrayed the All-Father, and his spirit soared into Kajalawa. Whether he met his brothers, the baleful howl there, only the dead know. Such was the echo of the deeds of the rogue trader of House Von Valancius, deeds that transformed the Coronis Expanse and prepared it for events even darker and more violent. But those are the events of a different story. This one has come to an end. The end. Woo! I think it's a fantastic end. Regardless of what path you choose, the detail of the ending slides and the amount of them that you get, incredible. Incredible. Frankly, I think it's a more detailed and comprehensive ending than we even got in Wrath of the Righteous. Really feels satisfactory. Feels like they close off a lot of the threads. You know a lot of what happens. Just beautiful. I hope all games implement this on at least some level and really give you that feeling of satisfaction after such a long campaign. Just awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Man, the whole crew is turning. Yeah, it's nice that the deserters still got end slides. Yeah, that's a really nice note, because usually games don't do that. If you killed a companion, well, that's it. They act like it doesn't exist anymore. So I thought it was really nice that they had an end note for the companions that you had, regardless of whether or not they were still alive. I wonder if there's a corrupted romance arc with Cassia and a heretic traitor. I'm pretty sure you can romance Cassia as a heretic, but the real question is there any way to allow her to stay with you? I don't think there is. Like, no matter what, Cassia makes the decision that she has to be the novator of her house, and so your romance, like in the ending slides, it'll say things about you visit her sometimes and things of that nature, but essentially the romance ends. Idira turned into a chaos spawn. Yep, basically. Good for her. They did well. Good old Journey. Thanks for the show. So I can only be the slippers of it. All good, Cosmic. All good, man. I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. I still have some gripes with Outcatness, but overall they done good. It's goodish. Yeah, the few bugs suck and remove a lot of satisfaction, but the idea is real good. Yeah. This is part of the reason I want a sequel. You know, I feel like there's some really, really good parts of this, and they could expand on this and do it even better if given the opportunity. Oh no! Don't tell me that. Did we really? One of my friends texted me that Bears just traded Justin Fields. Oh, no, he's not traded yet. Wait. Yeah, people are just itching. It's not official yet. Wait. No. Oh, rumor. Bears trade Justin Fields to... The Bears have agreed to terms on the trade sending Justin Fields to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Bears are going to receive a 2025 sixth-round pick that turns into a fourth-round pick based on playtime. What? You're kidding me. Are you kidding me? Sorry. I know all of y'all are not interested in NFL, but as a hardcore Bears fan, this is frustrating. All right. I will admit those ending slides were fantastic. Yeah, I think they did a great job. Just woke a few minutes ago. I'm glad I've seen some of it. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Road Trader was meant to be endless. You could easily make a sequel. Exactly. I feel like they could really follow up on this and do it much, much better, especially since it was their first crack at it. They're probably not going to do a day out a day now. Stop. Stop. They're probably not going to do a sequel. That's just not Outcast style. They said probably going to do DLCs. Well, when I say sequel, I don't mean a direct sequel, but another story in this universe. So just like they did with Wrath of the Righteous and Kingmaker. So not necessarily that you would follow the story of the Rogue Trader, but that you would get another, Rogue Trader-like game in the Warhammer universe. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. All right. That was fantastic. Let's speed this up. I'm pretty sure there are no scenes at the end of the credits. I think it just goes into, back to the title menu. But why is it pausing now? I see. Escape only just pauses the credits. Let's speed this up. Get to the end. Freaking cool before you go. What's up? Ben. Yrilet comes back and turns you into a space marine. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that they have them go off to do some weird thing. I wonder if that's supposed to be like a hint about where the story could go next in either a DLC or perhaps their next version of a Warhammer game. Into the sequel, so that it affects everything for your new character. Yeah, like I'm thinking they would do it similar to Dragon Age, right? Where you import the decisions that you make, but you don't play exactly as the same character. You play as a completely different character in a completely different part of the world. That'd be awesome. Some sort of world state like they did for Dragon. Yep, that's exactly what I said. I agree, Cosmic. I agree. Is that an American football team? Yes, it is. Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears. The Bears. They just traded their quarterback, who I was kind of a fan of. We've kind of had a carousel of different quarterbacks who've been leading the team, and I wanted them to stick with Justin Fields, but it seems like they lost confidence in them and Fields, whereas I've lost confidence in the coaching staff, and I felt like the coaching staff was the real problem. But it is what it is. What can you do? What can you do? Yeah, all right. Just broke out his breaking news. For 2025 6th-round pick. We traded our number one quarterback for a 6th-round pick. That's insane. That's insane. Good Lord. Whole lot of people went into making this game, huh? Or is this supposed to be where they thank everybody who donated and helped with it? So here, hold on. It might be my name in here now that I think about it. Let's see. Sam. Slandered Gaming. Well, well, well. Nice. All right, now we can continue. So what's the next big old project? Channel voted and they want to see me stream Tyranny. But we're going to be starting on Dragon's Dogma 2 on Friday, so I don't think it makes sense to start a big old huge game like Tyranny. We probably wouldn't be able to finish it before starting DD2. So I don't know, I'm torn. We might start up Tyranny tomorrow, or I might do something smaller in between. Lennon had mentioned that Underrail is on sale right now, so I might actually purchase Underrail, do 1 or 2 streams of Underrail, try that out a little bit before we get to Dragon's Dogma 2, and then after Dragon's Dogma 2, head into Tyranny. My name is probably in there too. Nice. That's awesome. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know that. Otherwise, we'd have paused and look for it. It's kind of weird that they don't give you a way to exit out of this. They're like, you gotta look at these credits. What is the hype around Dragon's Dogma 2? Basically, it provides a huge landscape where you're able to fight absolutely massive monsters, like so massive you have to climb on them to reach certain spots in order to defeat them. Wide variety of classes with a bunch of different mechanics you can play with. There's just a lot of cool, unique things about Dragon's Dogma. The weakness in the first one was, I would argue, the narrative wasn't all that great, and so consequently, it was really, really awesome for people who love combat and exploration and things of that nature. But for people who enjoyed story, dialogue, things of that nature, wasn't nearly as strong. Remains to be seen how Dragon Dogma 2 is going to stack up. It seems like they put more effort into that area of the game, but it's hard to know without actually playing it. But I'm going to at least try it and see. And see. Before the credits roll, you could just exit out. It doesn't give me a way to exit out, Cosmic. Pressing escape only pauses the credits. It doesn't go back to the main screen. Yeah, Shadow of Colossus style, absolutely. What did you say about Underrail? I said we might do a couple of streams of Underrail first before we go into Dragon's Dogma, before we go into Tyranny, because considering that we'll be starting Dragon's Dogma on Friday, I don't know if it's worth doing a whole playthrough of Tyranny. And so I might hold off on that. We'll see. We shall see. Dragon's Dogma isn't for everyone, but there isn't anything else in the RPG market like it. This is 100% true. I would definitely agree with that. So the road trader mini is finished. You need to know where to send it. Oh, okay. When I get back, I will send you the address for that. My bad. That is absolutely my bad. I will send you that information. Awesome. Awesome. I am really looking forward to that. All right, y'all. I have been streaming for over 3 hours. And so y'all got a nice little bit of time. It is time for me to get my stuff together so I can see my brother. Hope all of you enjoy this. I really, really appreciate being able to get to the end of this. Appreciate everybody who's been along for the majority of the journey. Thank you so much, as always, for the support. Looking forward to us getting to our next game. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Yep. Take care, Cosmic. Have a good one. Take care, Boss Page. Have a good one, Lenny. And Toast Big Income. Awesome. Bye, JV. Take care, Unknown. Have a good one. Bye, Peaches. Take care, 3. Have a good one, Kunshu. Appreciate you all joining.